Are we going? Hey, Alex, are we going? I'm getting word that we're going. This is the stream. Welcome to Supporting Roles. Hopefully everyone can see me and hear me. My name is Travis McElroy. I am the Dungeon Master for this game, as well as, you know what? We didn't decide on this ahead of time, but I'm going to say your host. Huh? How about that? Just giving myself
Yeah.
I'm joined by some incredible people, and I'll get to that in just 1 second. But first, I want to tell you, Supporting Roles is a primarily charity fundraiser. We have already raised money for Feeding America and Actors Fund, over $5,000 for each of those. $10,000 altogether, and that would not have happened without your generosity. So throughout the game, we have some perks that I'll discuss once we start going, but like NPC names, surprise monsters, magical items, and you've named the PCs, and we'll get to that in just a second. But today, we are focusing on raising money for an organization called I Need Diverse Games. They're associated with platforms like Twitch and streaming, YouTube, all of these things, Roll20, D&D Beyond, all of this. And they also, so basically, they seek to bring diversity to video games and all kinds of gaming and focus on projects, works, and research by marginalized folks. And they discuss, analyze, and critique identity and culture in video games through a multifaceted lens rooted in intersectionality. So it's a really cool organization that we're so excited to partner with and to raise money for today. So all of your donations will be going to that. So if you're feeling generous and feeling supportive, please go ahead and click. I assume there's a button on the stream somewhere that will donate. Let me look. You know what? I've got it pulled up right here. And the answer is yes. There is a donate button. So let's do that. All right. So let's go ahead and bring in all the other performers for the stream, my players today. Hopefully they're up.
I did it.
Okay.
Yay.
There we have them. So joining me, everybody real quick, we'll start. I'll introduce. Alex, go first.
Hi there, my name is Alex Boniello. I was in a Broadway show called Dear Evan Hansen and a Broadway show called Spring Awakening. I am the one who is currently running the stream. This is my first ever Streamlabs stream, so if anything goes wrong, I assure you I'm worrying about it and panicking about it and trying to fix it.
Can you scoot Erika over a little bit? Or
Yeah.
Erika, can you scoot to your
No,
right?
I got this.
Okay. Will, you go.
Hi. What am I? Am I just introducing myself? I'm
introduce
Will
yourself.
Roland. Hello. I was in Dear Evan Hansen on Broadway with Alex, and I saw Andrew in it. And I was also in a Broadway show called Be More Chill, which was a lot of fun. And like about nerdy people like us. And I used to play a lot of D&D in high school, which was a long time ago. And so I'm very excited to play again today with people who have played a lot more recently than I have.
Okay, Erika.
Hi, I'm Erika Ishii. You might know me from as the voice of Anna Bray in Destiny or Amanda in Dream Daddy. I was on Geek and Sundry. I'm on LA by Night. I super love playing tabletop games, but like most voice actors and D&D people, I am a theater kid. So I'm like freaking out a little bit being with stars of Broadway. And I'm so happy to be here helping to raise money. Oh my gosh. Travis, how many times have we like burst into song on our podcast?
That's not important, Erika. Don't blow up my spot. Next, Matt Mercer.
Hi, my name is Matthew Mercer. I'm a voice actor in projects like Overwatch with McCree and all sorts of other video games and cartoons. Also the Dungeon Master for Critical Role, another live kind of streaming podcast, and myself, a long-time musical theater nerd myself, and I'm excited to be amongst more of my people.
Next is Satine.
Hi, I'm Satine Phoenix at Satine Phoenix on everything. I am a comic book artist, a writer, an entertainer. I, too, am a theater kid, and I'm super excited to be here. I'm a dungeon master professionally. I think I run like 10 or 15 games a month at this point. I'm the dungeon master of Sirens. It's an all-girl bard band, and yeah, that's a lot. I love Dungeons & Dragons.
And finally, Andrew.
Hey guys, I'm Barth Feldman. I'm an unprofessional dungeon master. I dungeon mastered one campaign, and they went inside an owl bear and tried to jump like with the legs. It was great. And I was also in Dear Evan Hansen
with Alex Boniello, and that is over now, and I'm here playing Dungeons & Dragons with these amazing people.
One more thing before we get started. Everybody hold up your dice. So that these are our dice that we'll be playing with today. And some really lovely people have donated, and they will get these dice after we're done playing with the cases signed. It's going to be really, really lovely. Hey, are you guys ready to play some Dungeons and/or Dragons?
Yeah, can I say two things really fast?
We're going to be playing with the X card policy today. And so basically how this works, if you've never used this in your games at home, if we start to veer anywhere near any topics that any of the players are uncomfortable with or do not want included in the game, all they have to do is hold this card up, and we don't need to discuss it or anything like that. We will just pivot away from it so that everyone will be comfortable while they're playing. Okay, now it's time to play some Dungeons and/or Dragons. And Alex?
I just want to say two things really quickly. Somebody very wonderfully in the chat, because I'm looking at the chat like a real streamer. It's very thrilling. Pronouns around the board.
Oh, right.
Yes.
I guess you first,
yeah,
Travis.
I'll go first. He, him.
Alex is he, him.
Will.
He, him.
Erica.
Mostly she, her. I'm not super picky, though. Actually.
Matt.
He, him.
Satine.
She, her.
And Andrew.
He, him.
Okay, and then the second thing. There's one more way to donate, everybody, and it's pretty easy. It's a bit. It's like a bit.ly. It's easier because I saw some people typing in the chat. It's just bit.ly/ numerically, so 1, 2, 3 rolls.
There you go.
It's an easy way to do it.
And one more thing. We, the DM and the players have collectively, we've pledged $100 every time we have a critical hit or a critical fail. We will be donating that to Black Lives Matter National. So it's going to be a fun time, and we can celebrate misses as well. How good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that everything?
There is no.
Okay. I think there is one more thing. Are we doing the raffle?
Yes.
Alex? Yep.
Okay.
So everyone who donates is entered into a raffle or something, right?
Yeah, I think what we decided was anybody who donates $50 or more at any point throughout this will be entered into a raffle, because I Need Diverse Games very generously gave us a box of merch, I believe it is.
Yes.
It's like a $250 value, I believe. So if $50 or more, you put it in there. At the end of the stream, I will randomly scroll through all the donations, find somebody, and then you'll win that. And then I guess we'll put you in touch with I Need Diverse Games. We'll figure it out after, I suppose.
Perfect. Okay, now we're going to get playing. You are all members of the organization known as the Palladia's Adventurers League. As pals, you are from time to time called away from your day jobs to participate in pal-related activities. Aside from the occasional chili cook-off or trust-building exercise, this means that someone needs help and it's time for a mission. Well, as luck would have it, someone needs help right now. And you have all received the following brief. Hello, selected Palladia Adventurers League members. This is, as you know, your standard briefing. Now, for some of you, this may be your first mission, or it may be your 101st. Looking around, you might see familiar faces, or you might see 5 strangers staring back at you. It's all part of a day's work here at the Palladia's Adventurers League. We chose you 6 out of the hundreds and hundreds of pals out there because you have the combination of skills best suited for the task at hand. What is the task at hand, you ask? Well, not to name drop, but we have been hired by the one and only Queen of Palladia's half-cousin. That's right. Fort Torkelson himself said it was a very secret mission and was not able to share many details. However, he said it would almost certainly involve a little stealth, some combat, a spell or two, and hijinks aplenty. So we knew exactly who to call. Sadly, they were busy. Haha, just a joke. Your mission will commence at Ferret's Gambit tomorrow at noon. Please do not be late, as this would affect poorly on our organization. Good luck and good questing, pals.
Wow.
As the sun reaches its zenith, we get our first look at Palladia, the crown jewel of the kingdom. She is too much for the eye to take in a single glance. The palace rises on the hill at the center of town. It is a shining beacon as the sun's rays shine off her golden spires. Surrounding the palace are the elite of Palladia. The neighborhood is colloquially known as Posh Town. Beyond Posh Town's borders, we find the market with all its shops, stalls, and stands. One can find just about anything at the market if they look hard enough. Further out, we find your standard run-of-the-mill residential district, where most of the city's residents reside. It's nice, but not fancy. The city, like any city this size, is not without an underbelly. That might take the form of tent cities, where folks huddle together and have formed their own community and support system. Or it might mean the back alleys and sewers, where the criminal element thrives. Today, you are all making your way to the tavern known as Ferret's Gambit in the market. Now, I'd like each of you to tell me what one of the vendors working their stand across from the Gambit's entry might see as you approach. And whoever wants to go first, introduce your character. Oh, no one wants to go first.
I'll go first. I'll jump in. You see walking through the center of this busy thoroughfare a stout dwarf fella. He's got this really tangled, bushy, unkept beard of like faded ginger to gray. The top of his head, he's going balding a bit on top, and you see he's masked what looks like white powder of some kind in a circle around the crown of his head. He wears these kind of black, somewhat soot-covered robes and a bit of armor hidden over the top bit of it. And he kind of walks up and pulls out a tinderbox and lights it and watches it burn down to his fingers with a slight glisten in his eye before burning the tips, licking them, smiling, and continuing on. This is Zachias of the Ashen Crown.
Why would we let Matt go first? Why?
Coolest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, who's following that?
I'll follow that.
Go.
He's obviously very dark and brooding, and behind him, prancing, is this very perky centaur, and she's looks like me, brightly colored hair, wearing like a leather brace, like a bodice thing, and she's just kind of perking at sunshine and freaking lollipops in her head, and her eyes are really big, and she's really muscular and very curvy. She's like just breathing in, and I believe on her back might be another character. But she's kind of like nodding to everyone as she walks by them. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, hi.
Who is Magna Valhalla, which is Satine's character? Who is on your back?
So, as sitting atop Magna Valhalla, also waving to everybody, is a short, stocky dwarf. She has tangled, matted black hair and just like stubble, but it's so uneven. There's like cuts on there, like it's obvious she's tried to shave, but it's just a mess. Like Pigpen, there's just dust flying wherever she goes. She's got spiked armor sticking out at odd angles. She's waving enthusiastically, and somehow some of the spikes on her wrist get caught up in her hair. She yanks and does a little tumble, looks around to make sure nobody's looking, climbs back she's like, nah! She climbs back up onto Magna's back and resumes her waving. Just absolutely, completely unfazed. This has obviously happened a lot before because Magna doesn't even turn around or slow down. This is Ryan the Reckless.
All right, so we've met Zachias, we've met Magna, we've met Ryan. Who's next?
Now down the road, it could be heard somebody screaming at a vendor, "What do you mean you've never gotten the lead out, brother?" So that voice comes from a halfling by the name of Roger Ramsington. Now, Roger is stunning, ripped out of his absolute mind, weighs about 90 or so pounds, has skin that I've put down here as flawless, and
I'm just reading what it says on the paper, folks. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just, of course. Now, kind of wired to Roger's back is sort of this weird makeshift kind of speaker system with an old iPod plugged into it, and Pour Some Sugar on Me is playing loudly out of it, while Roger is angry at the person at the booth. Roger crushes a natty light and then smashes it against his head and says, "Nobody understands good music these days," burps and walks toward the tavern.
Amazing. Real quick, we're already almost at halfway to our goal. We're at $1,480. So
I think it was the natty ice that put us over the top.
Yeah, there we are. We're at 1,530. So we're already halfway over, and we're less than 20 minutes in. You all are amazing. Okay. And last but not least, Andrew. Who do we
wait. Let me go
sorry.
too, but I'm gonna go first. Go first.
Second to last, but second to least. Andrew.
So behind Roger, you see this big, hulking dragonborn, and he's kind of like picking up grass and smelling it, and then like putting it back down. And he's got a lute tied to his back, and he has just no idea what to do with the size of him, and he turns around because he's very quickly forgotten which way he's going, and you see there's a stripe that runs from his shoulder to his hand on his left arm. This is Stripey McAcorn Boniello. And he finds his way and sort of lumbers on towards Roger.
Okay, now last but not least.
And in a totally unassuming and unremarkable contrast to all of these characters, you see a middle-aged gnome. She's walking. She's in sort of loose-fitting but comfortable, what could best be described as athleisure. She has short cropped hair with little flecks of gray starting to creep in, but it's just because it's been a few weeks since she's done her roots. And she's carrying, she's got a staff over her back. She's got a little, pouch of components. She's very, very sort of quiet, unassuming. As she passes by, some kids playing, she smiles at them gently, which sort of creeps them out a little bit. And she saunters up to the tavern quietly and says, "Hey."
Now, this is Susan, but Susan's full name is
Susan, the ultimate soccer mom.
That's correct.
Oh, excellent.
I love Susan.
Yeah,
so
Susan's pretty great.
We just watch
practical.
together.
And just to put a point on it, what we have here, just party makeup wise, is a dragonborn, a centaur, and then on the far other end of the spectrum, we got a halfling, 2 dwarves, and a gnome. just in case anyone was wondering where we're at, that's what's up. That's where we're at. Okay.
Visual.
Yeah. So you've entered Ferret's Gambit. Ferret's Gambit is a respected establishment. The proprietor, Ferret, keeps the prices fair, the bar clean, and provides free popcorn for paying customers. Also, the interior design is nice. It's tasteful and understated, not like those taverns that stick mass-produced tchotchkes on the wall and try to act like they have some kind of unearned, wacky vibe.
Yeah.
You see Ferret tending bar, and she eyes you, and and she eyes you as you enter with special scrutiny towards Roger. There's a lot going on. And, in fact, Roger, go ahead and make an insight check for me. Our first roll here.
20.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You can
Did you,
tell.
roll a nat?
Oh, wait, a nat 20?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So the first roll of the stream is a critical hit. That's amazing. And that's $100 to Black Lives Matter. Okay. So you're able to tell that most of this look is like, oh, this seems like a shady character. I don't know if I trust him. But some of the look is like, that skin is flawless, and he is ripped out of his mind. A little bit of is like impressed, and interest. You know what I mean? She makes eye contact with, let's say, with Magna and nods. Magna seems very respectable. And you know what? Ferret respects that. On the Gambit small stage, a musician is plucking away half-heartedly at his lute. And I'd like everyone to make a perception check.
All right.
And I'm actually going to say, Stripey, you have advantage on that.
Oh, great.
As a fellow lute player.
Oh,
I just really want milk.
I just rolled another natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So that's a 23 then.
So I'm just going to, keep score of how much money we owe, by the way.
Yep.
So, Stripey, you are blown away to realize that this is none other than Chauncey Razzle Dazzle, who was once the world's most renowned lute player, but has not really been heard of that much for the last decade. Also, the tavern is not that crowded, and you see Bort trying as discreetly as possible to get your attention. So what's everyone do?
Well, Roger is immediately annoyed by Razzle Dazzle because thinking and speaking quietly under his breath, that's no Bret Michaels.
Mm-hmm. I mean, true.
I'm gonna go right up to Razzle Dazzle, who is currently performing on stage, and hey, oh, I'm a big fan.
Always nice to meet a fan. Hello. May I finish this? Can I finish my song, please?
Oh, I didn't know you were performing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Almost done. Yeah. Blank, blank, blank. Okay, now I'm done.
Great.
Hey, buy a guy a drink, huh? And fan, yeah, huh?
Sure.
Excellent. What about everyone else? Where are you all headed?
Susan's gonna. You said Bort's waving, right?
Yeah, Bort is.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But like
I'm
discreetly,
gonna
like.
a subtle wave. I'm gonna saunter on over, give him a friendly hey.
Hi. You're one of them pals, right?
Yeah, I'm Susan, the ultimate sacker mom.
Okay, great. Wait, there's more of you though, right?
Oh yeah, the big ones too, and the small ones. We're all here.
Big ones, small ones, once as big as your head. Excellent.
And I'm just looming over. You know, I'm just like,
He's with me.
Magna like pokes out from behind, or Ryan pokes out from behind Magna, and is like,
Zachias is holding that same little piece of tinder, and you're watching the flame go on and off and on and off. And as he's staring at it, one of his eyes creaks over to look at the conversation happening.
Excellent. Before you can get settled in, a server comes over with a name tag that says Izzy Marilyn. It says, hey, can I get anybody anything? Drink? Drink
Milk.
for anybody?
milk, please.
Milk? One milk?
I'd love a pop.
One pop. We call it soda.
It's wrong.
A quadruple IPA.
Quadruple IPA. Got it. Anything to eat? Pickles? Pretzels?
I don't eat.
Jerky?
I love pretzels.
Pretzels? Okay.
And
Thank you.
somebody eat popcorn.
Anybody? Anything else?
I'd
What?
like hot tea, please.
Hot
you
tea?
Like a chamomile or something.
Chamomile. We'll see what we have. Okay.
I'll come over and be like, I'm ordering one drink for not for me.
Oh, for Chauncey Razzle Dazzle.
Yes, he asked me to buy him a drink.
Okay. Quintuple whiskey. So Bort begins his briefing. So I don't know if you probably know this. I'm half cousin to the Queen of Greater Atonia, Julia Belnades, but she's just not been herself lately. We're very close. Hopefully you know that. But in the last month, she's refused to see me, and I on the much bigger picture, more than that, she started to enact some policies that are hurting the poorer classes of Greater Atonia, specifically here in Palladia, and that's just not like her. I don't know what's going on, but I have a theory and I'm worried that the new court wizard, Zardia Tarstan, has corrupted the queen in some way. He might just even be controlling her. So I want to hire you all to infiltrate the castle and try to save my half-cousin Julia from Zardia's control. And if you can save the queen, I can guarantee you each 500 gold. And for you guys, that is a massive amount. That's more than you ever heard of another PAL being offered before.
We have to save the queen from the fire of control.
We don't know if it's fire that's at fault for this. Just saying, don't judge before you know.
And
There's nothing I hate more than someone abusing the trust of another. So, you know, I mean,
Well,
I gotta
put.
be honest. I don't understand anything that you just said, but I'm in.
Okay, someone will explain it to him, right?
he's not quick.
No,
I
he
won't.
got it. It's fine.
I won't
Okay.
get it. I won't get it.
Well, let's actually
Push.
let's jump over to Stripey. Stripey, you and Chauncey now
Yeah.
are sharing that drink. And Chauncey has been explaining to you that for the last decade, he has just had immense writer's block, has been unable to think of that next big hit song. And it's really like driven him down some dark paths. You know, he's taken to the drink. And he's just really fallen from his once high place in society. And he's explaining all this to you. And how are you reacting to it, Stripey?
I'm kind of hearing like the sea in my head. Like I'm not really. There's not much going on. But I'm like, yeah, I was on a merchant vessel.
Okay. Uh-huh. And
Yeah,
okay, I don't
that's where I
quite
learned.
see-
That's
okay, I
that's
don't
where I
quite
learned.
see how that applies to my situation.
That's how I learned how to play, and I was in a band too, called Stripey and the Sailors, for a number of years, and I've you mentioned writer's block. I've never been able to think of anything, so you're one step ahead. You're all good.
Okay. Is that okay? Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you, son. Oh, what's that? Someone's call. I gotta get back up on stage
Oh.
now.
Okay, you're great.
And we cut back over to the conversation happening with Bort, and Bort says, "I have a little bit of information that maybe will be helpful for your infiltration. First, the maintenance entrance is not guarded. The janitor, Clint McElroy, almost always leaves the door unlocked." I also just want to say, side note from me, letting people pick NPC names made this a little bit like sad libs for me, but Mad Libs. It's really great. It makes me really happy. I did not name him Clint McElroy. They did. Hey, we're well over our goal. We're almost to $4,000. Okay, where was I? And so he says, first, the maintenance entrance isn't guarded. The janitor, Clint McElroy, almost always leaves the door unlocked. From the maintenance area, you can gain access to the west wing of the castle, which is currently being renovated. And from there, you can gain access to the throne room. I've drawn a perfectly to scale map, and I've marked where the guard patrol routes are and some blind spots. I've also marked where the creaky boards that you want to avoid are. I only wish I could do more. And a woman leans over from the bar and says, sorry, couldn't help but overhearing. Name's Ostra Solith. I'm a guard over at the castle, and I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but this is my fourth Dwarven Ale, and you guys seem like nice folks. Today is a union-mandated day off for the guards, so they've only got a handful of pea stringers over there. Hope that helps.
Well, it'll have to do.
Is there any prep you guys want to do before you head off for your mission?
I would like to explain something to the people I'm working with, if that's all right.
Okay.
I can just do it. No,
Yeah,
we're
go
fine.
for it.
Fabulous.
You don't have to tell. Just say it. Speaking is a free action in Dungeons and Dragons.
Fabulous. I absolutely knew that. So it's very important that all of you know why I'm here. I'm not here for the gold. I'm looking for someone. His name is Bret Michaels. Years ago, when I was a child, he fell through an interdimensional time-traveling rift. He left me only this headband, a love for heavy metal, and this iPod, and I have been looking for him forever. So you have to know that any information that can help me find Bret Michaels, my hero, my one true love, and the reason that I live, I will leave any of you behind and forget this entire mission.
I lean down and I go, hey, Firefingers, is that infernal he's speaking?
I was going to say it's more deep speech, but at the very least, I can't say. If he was like a silhouette, those ear pads would look really nice in him. Bit of charcoal, be good.
I like the picture. Is Ryan raising her hand in the scene? Yes, it's she.
So yeah, I support that. 110%. We're gonna do what we can to get you back to your buddy, and also, I'm not sure what an iPod is, and I also like heavy metal. And she like pats her spikes, immediately drawing blood. And if you don't want that 500 though, what are you gonna do anything with it?
Well,
would you consider making an investment in a business loan?
Two things. First of all, while the padding was not metal, cutting your hand on it and letting the blood run down, that was metal. Number one. Number two, you all can have the money. I don't care.
Wow.
Oh, that's awful nice. Thanks.
Thanks.
Help you
It's an
fight
easy
your friend
flip.
Brad, no problem.
I get it. Metal is less a material component and more of a state of mind. That's very metal.
Now, I am curious because if I remember correctly, Magna Valhalla is a firefighter.
Yeah.
That is Magna's day job. And it seems here like Zachias maybe has a bit of a fire bug.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you guys maybe know each other from outside of the pals as well?
I'd say a maybe not as friendly rivalry.
Okay. Got it. So
I
are you
keep trying to teach him safety because I also teach fire safety and wilderness training in the local wilderness supply store.
Excellent.
Which is
Nice.
important, but also don't forget, even the greatest forests need a controlled burn to let the next generation grow.
You know.
I like a lawful evil firebug who's like, listen, here's what's up. I'm not trying for destruction. It's got to regrow.
Exactly.
All right. So anything else you want to do before you head out on your mission?
As we're gathering our materials, I'm going to turn over to Stripey and be like, I'm sorry, I think I overheard, and I couldn't quite point it, but you said Stripey and the Sailors.
Stripey and the Sailors.
I saw you guys when you opened for Magna Cartis about 3 years back. You blew me away. I had no idea.
I don't remember that, but I'm so glad that you liked it, and we had a really good time. I actually haven't seen those guys. They actually kind of abandoned me. It was an accident. Don't worry about it.
Oh, well, you're planning to get back together then? I'd love to see like a comeback tour.
Yeah, I'd love that. I don't really know where they are.
I'll help you find them.
That would be great. That would be great. They went back on the merchant vessel I slept through when they embarked, so I missed that. But it's all okay. They left me a note. I don't remember their names actually, but it was. I haven't seen them in a while, but I'd love to play with them again.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's great to know. I just want to let you know you've really changed my life for so long. I couldn't find purpose, and then my house burned down to the sound of your music, and it just inspired me.
I lean over and say, "Hell yeah," and lean away.
I'm gonna wipe a tear away. That was beautiful.
It means so much to meet a fan. I'm glad we get to spend this time together. This will be
too.
really fun. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I just follow him just a little bit too close as we continue to travel.
So you reach the castle and you follow Bort Torkeldson's map precisely, and sure enough, incompetent janitor Clint McElroy left the door unlocked, and there's no workers in the West Wing because it's the weekend, and you make your way to the throne room just like that. According to the map, the only thing between you and the Queen are 2 fill-in B-stringer guards on either side of the guard room. Now, of the throne room door. Now, the guards, you can see them as you kind of, peek around the corner. And so how are you going to approach this scenario?
I think I should try to just have a friendly chat with them if you guys think that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah. Diplomacy is always the best way to start a negotiation. I'll
And
come
if
with
that
you.
doesn't work, and I draw my swords and I get into like a charging position.
That's a great backup plan.
So Susan, the alternate soccer mom, approaches the two guards. Now, from the map, the guards are labeled. One of the guards has slightly longer hair and is wearing a vest and is named Matt Mercer. And the other guard is named Sergeant Boople. Now, it should be noted, Sergeant is their first name. Sergeant Boople. And Matt Mercer says, "Yes, hello. Hi.
Hello there.
Greetings."
How
And
are you
Sergeant Booper
boys
says,
today?
"Well, hello.
Oh, you guys are so friendly. How are you doing this afternoon?
We're doing just fine. How are you, gentle person?"
Oh, I'm just great. Thanks. I was just going to try to get in to see the queen today.
"Oh, I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to do that. What do you think, Booble?" "Oh, yeah, no one's supposed to come in and see the queen."
Yeah, but we're old friends, the queen and I. We've been friends forever.
"Oh. Huh. Make a deception check for me."
A deception check. Oh, I rolled a natural 20.
I kind of remember the queen mentioning you.
Yeah,
that
it's
does
me.
sound-
Susan.
yeah,
Let's meet
Susan.
Sacker Mom.
Susan, yes. Yeah, well, she's probably waiting for you. You should go right on in. What are you waiting for? What are you talking to us for?
And I'm going to bring my friends if that's all right.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Any friend of the queen's is a friend of ours.
You boys are so nice.
Okay,
Here, I made you some muffins.
Oh, muffins. That's my favorite. I love muffins. I like muffins too.
They're banana, but no nuts.
Oh, good. I'm allergic.
Lots of people are.
Yeah. If I ate them nuts, it'd give me the squirts.
Now, we don't want that down this nice palace.
No. That's absolutely terrible. So the
All right,
queen
bye,
probably.
boys, thanks.
Yeah, bye. Yeah. You head on
That was
in.
easy.
That was great, Mom. Can I call you Mom? Can I call you Mom? Would that be weird for you?
Hon, you can definitely call me Mom. Nothing will make me happier than if you called me Mom.
Ryan tears up a little bit, wipes it away, and there's a scratch left there.
I'm going to reach up and give Ryan a gentle hug, but I imagine it hurts.
Ryan returns it like in a big old wave.
Oh, that hurts a lot.
You know what? Susan, take 3 damage. Just realize all these little pinprick holes from all this armor.
Thanks, Mom.
But you know what?
Love you,
It's worth
Ryan.
it. It's worth it. When you love your child, it's worth it. You enter the throne room and you see Queen Julia seated in her throne. Her face is hard and she glares at you as you enter. And standing at her right shoulder is a wizardly-looking person. Robes, pointy beard, staff, the whole deal. This is, you assume, Zardia Tarsman. He looks at you and says, "Who let you in here, intruders? Leave at once."
They let us in.
"Oh, okay, still. Go."
So what's this about hard practices being enacted in the kingdom now? That's not like you, Your Majesty. I've always known you to be a just and good ruler. What gives?
What they say.
This is not the day for the public to come and address concerns. That's every other Tuesday.
Oh, should we come back on Tuesday then?
No, we're here now. We're here now.
Oh, okay.
And please, address me. I speak for the queen.
I just step in. I'm like, oh, hell nah. You do not speak for the queen. Only she speaks for herself. You better step down.
And the queen, spooked as you step forward with your swords. She's spooked, and you hear her. She opens her mouth and lets out a loud meow. And Sardia kind of looks a little bit uncomfortable for a moment. Ignore that.
No. What was that? That was weird. We gotta call up the weirdness in this scenario.
I don't know what. Nope. Perfectly normal. Yeah. And you see the queen go. Oh.
Can Zachias, while this is going on a bit distracting, kind of subtly cast a spell in the direction of the queen?
Of course.
Cast a spell magic. Any effect?
So as you cast the spell magic, the queen's shape begins to change and shrink, and she turns into a fairly large, well-fed house cat.
So Roger rolls numerous times forward, pulls out his roguish dagger, and puts it behind the neck of the wizard, and says,
Okay, well, first, hold on. Before you do that, first I want you to make an acrobatics check for me.
Of course.
Let's start there.
Of course. 18.
It's pretty good. Okay, so the roll is successful. Now you have your knife at his throat, standing before him. What do you say?
I say, tell us everything that's going on here. Be truthful, or I'll do what Ozzy Osbourne did to that bat.
I do not understand that reference.
What does that mean?
He reaches
Ominous.
into his robe and pulls out a cage carved of different metals and gems. And as he pulls it out, he steps back and says, "Here is the queen." And you see a tiny dormouse inside the cage, and the dormouse looks panicked as hell. And he says, "One false move, and I will destroy the cage with the queen inside." And he turns and he bolts towards the curtains behind the throne and disappears through the curtains.
Oh, I happen to be a champion dressage and racehorse and gymnast. So I'm just like, nope. And I charge after, and I do some centaur somersaults over obstacles. And I'm just like, Is Ryan on my back?
Yeah.
Hanging on to the mane for dear life.
Okay.
Wait,
Well,
did he get away? He's through some curtains?
Now it's going to be my first roll of the game. Okay, yeah. So you, Magna, are going to take 3 damage as you crash into a wall behind the curtains. And Ryan, you are going to take 3 damage as you fall. Well, you know what? I will give you a dexterity saving throw to see if you can hold on to Magna.
Okay. 7.
No. You fall, and you take 3 falling damage as you smack into the wall.
I hate him, I say on the ground.
So he just disappeared into that wall, eh?
Yeah.
Yes. Are you asking me or them?
I'm asking the people who ran into the wall.
Yep.
Is there any doorway or a possible entryway for passage?
There is a door to the left of the throne room setup. If you look to your left, there's a door over here.
But where he disappeared through the wall, there is no door.
No.
Don't worry, I've got this. I'm gonna start lighting a match.
Well, but be careful, dearie. What are you doing?
There isn't a wall that has stopped me before. I'm gonna start trying to light it on fire.
It's stone. It doesn't burn. It doesn't burn.
Is it stone?
Stone.
Yeah, it's a stone wall.
I have to make it hotter. As a light cleric, begin to try and make the flames even brighter. It's not gonna do much, but I'm still trying.
Brian looks a
good that
little
you're
hot
trying.
and says, he's right. Everything burns eventually.
That's metal. Yeah.
Yeah. I pull out a notebook and I write that down and say, I'm gonna use that.
Stripey is looking at the situation that like just the room in its sort of disarray, and he's like, okay, I'm trying to piece this together. Is the queen a cat or a mouse? I think this is the crux of the mystery.
It's that kind of creativity that you have that inspired me to start writing my beat poetry.
Ooh, I'll have to make a note of that for later. Okay. So, is anybody gonna try the door, or are you guys just gonna kind of futz around in here for a while?
Stripey will go. Stripey, without saying anything to anyone, is just gonna like slowly head for the door, like not really thinking about it, and open the door or try to.
Stripey, you open the door and you find yourself in what is very clearly a wizard's lair. You know, you got bottles and stuff. You got some alchemy things bubbling away. Weird books. Like them weird books that wizards have, yeah. Maybe a spare robe or two. Sure. And you're like, this is a wizard's room.
Oh, cool. I'm glad that I know that it's a wizard's room.
It's so clear even to you that it's like even Stripey could not mistake this for not a wizard's room.
Okay, so I'll go, hey, guys, I think this is a wizard's room.
Yes.
See? That's why he's the leader.
So, as you all make your way into the wizard's room, you see now that it is positioned such that this is the room behind the throne room here. But as you enter, you do not see Zardia anywhere. All you see is a clockwork automaton sweeping the floor. And kind of cleaning.
Excuse me over there.
Yes. How can I help you?
Has the wizard come by anytime soon? We need to find him in a real hurry.
Oh. You mean Zardia?
Yeah. You seen him?
Yes, he passed by, but I don't know where that asshole went.
Oh, I see you're a disgruntled employee. Is there anything you can tell us to help us find him? He has the queen.
It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Beef Wellington. I am here. I am at your service. Anything I can do to assist you.
Pleasure to meet you, Beef. I'm Ryan.
Please call me Wellington. Please. Please don't call me Beef. He calls me Beef, and I do not like it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He thinks it is a funny joke because I am made of metal.
Not nice. It's not nice to call people things that they don't want to be called. I take issue with that.
I'm sorry about that, Willie.
He darted past me. I did not see where he went. By the time I could turn with my old joints and bolts and whatnot, he was gone.
Any idea where he might have gone?
Well, just a guess, but there's no door out of here, and the only place big enough for him to hide is that armoire in the corner.
Oh.
What?
The armoire.
So what was that again?
It's an armoire.
Right.
It's like a cabinet, but with doors on it. It's
like a credenza.
No, I think
no,
a
it's much bigger
credenza's
than
like a
credenza.
couch or table.
So while this is happening, Stripey is already at the armoire, and he just opens the door.
It's a surprise monster!
Yay!
The armoire is a mimic. So everyone roll initiative.
Beef, you're a jerk.
I didn't know. It's new, the armoire. I've never seen it before in my life.
I rolled a 1.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a critical miss.
I also got a 4.
Part of the donation.
Alex, make sure you're adding your modifier to that.
That's an 18 for Ryan.
I got 19.
Nice.
Then I have a 6.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
You had 3 4s, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, who all had 4s? Raise your hand. Okay, we've got Magna has 0 plus charisma. No, not charisma, excuse me. Dex has +2 Dex. Susan has
Oh no, Susan rolled a 19.
Man, there's so many of you guys. Okay, let's see. Stripey, you have +4 dex, and Zacharias has +0 dex. So
nimble.
We will then go.
Stripey's nimble.
Light on his feet.
Stripey and Magna. Right. Okay. So up first is Up first is Susan.
Woo! So yeah, so we're all Stripey's at the armoire,
Correct.
and we're a little further away from it. But it's like, how big is this room?
This is pretty standard, like 10-foot by 10-foot room. You know, nice, like clearly bedroom size, but not master suite.
Okay, yeah, and the armoire is like 8 feet tall, 6 feet, 7 feet tall. It's like big.
It's like an 8-foot tall standard armoire size, I'd say. You know, when you think armoire, it's this.
Got it. I hate armoires.
Think about like the armoire from Beauty and the Beast. You know?
Oh yeah.
The one who like dresses, but yeah, okay.
Madame de la
Audrey
Grande
McDonald.
Yeah. Yes.
Sweet.
You guys got it.
In that case, I'm gonna cast a firebolt at this armoire.
Excellent. Perfect.
Which seems like it's made of wood, right? Or it seems to be made of wood.
Oh, it is. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It is, I would say, susceptible to damage from said firebolt.
Nice.
What is your damage on that?
It is 2d10.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Where did they
and
go?
do you just hit with the firebolt?
Let's see. You hurl a mote of fire. Make a ranged spell attack against
so
the
roll
target.
a 20 for me to see if you hit.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
It's gonna hit.
Yeah.
And on a hit, wait, it says 1d10. Oh, increases when you reach fifth level. Great, 2d10.
Yeah, everybody is level 7, by the way, folks.
Yeah.
That is what is that? That's a 9. Wow, that's 19.
19 damage. All right. So,
oh, no. Sorry. It's 10. I used the percent, so it's 9 and 1.
Okay.
I got mixed up. Sorry about that.
Now, Susan, tell me, what does it look like when Susan is casting? What is Susan's chosen casting mode?
It's she kind of looks like Megan Rapinoe, like a sort of middle-aged Megan Rapinoe. So she's very nimble, she's very like limber, and she likes to make it's like a motive fire. So she likes to kick it, like she likes to make it and then sort of kick it with her foot.
Okay. Oh, because the soccer. Okay, yeah.
The soccer thing. The soccer thing.
All right. Cool. So you hit the mimic. Now, because the mimic is only faux wood, as the fire impacts it, you can hear it make a very horrible noise. Because frankly, the doors, that's its mouth, and so it's pretty big, but it's like as it hits, and it does an extra 5 damage. So you're gonna hit it for 15. It's not quite double damage because it's not real wood, but it is faux wood, so it takes half damage.
I'm gonna apologize afterwards then.
It's okay. I get it. We're in
sorry.
combat. It's cool. This is how combat works. Don't, not on you.
And the let's see. So with Stripey right in front, it's going to try to grab you. It's going to attempt to make a grab on Stripey. So I'm going to say, Stripey, why don't you do a dex saving throw
Sure.
Against being grappled.
That's going to be a 23.
Damn! How are you such a dexterous dragon? Okay, I like my vision is this, and tell me what you think of this. Is Stripey just kind of very little reaction, just steps backwards?
Yeah, he's like not really processing what's going on. Yeah.
As the okay, and up next is Ryan.
Ryan is like in panic. She pulls out her great axe and like, of course, like just like is fumbling with it. And I actually get advantage. Does 17 hit?
Yes, that
Okay.
connects.
So she's like, ah, and like it accidentally fumbles into the thing. Oh God. Oh, God. 11. So that's 11. And then plus. Okay, I'm gonna roll again and tell you how this goes.
Okay.
I because I have multiple attacks, and we're just gonna see how this goes. Does a 15 hit?
It does indeed.
Oh God. Okay.
I should have made tougher monsters, you guys. You guys were like 2 people in. He's like bloodied. It's great. How are you doing, Erika? What happened?
So,
What'd you do?
So there's 28 damage.
What? What? Oh!
What happens is Ryan's like, no, and she pulls out her axe. It smacks the armoire. She fumbles it and goes to pick it up. Her spikes knock up against it. And then she picks it up again. And on the way up, it gets it with the back of the axe as well. She's like, oh God, violence should only ever be a last resort.
I agree, kid.
This mimic is looking real bad. Real bad. And up next is Stripey.
Okay, so Stripey's right here. So he's going to take out his longsword. And again, he's really not thinking about this much at all. But he's going to take out his longsword and does a 10 hit?
No.
Okay, so he takes out his longsword and then he just it just doesn't really do anything.
Just misses wide to the left.
Yeah, just yeah, just totally misses.
Okay. I kind of picture it too, and tell me once again if I'm seeing this correctly. As it goes, he just kind of follows it. He swings, misses, and just kind of takes some steps that way.
So while other people are going for the next couple seconds, he's just gonna kind of keep swinging in that direction.
Okay.
Yeah, he's he's just really not understanding what's going on.
And up next is Magna Valhalla.
My friends are in trouble. I have 3 attacks. That's 2 attacks and a bonus action attack. So I'm just short swords out, and I'm swinging. First one is a 16 to hit.
Hits.
And that is 7 points of damage.
Okay, you needn't roll any. You strike the mimic, take a big chunk of that faux wood off. One of the doors falls off, and it goes, limp. It goes limp. It's dead. The mimic is defeated, and as its mouth falls open, you can see that actually the mimic is a magical entryway through the mimic. You see it leads to a hallway beyond. And it's really magical, as you can tell. What? A door through a mimic? What's it? Who comes up with this?
I begin to cry a little bit because it looks like the same interdimensional portal that Brett walked through all those years ago.
It's very similar. Very similar.
As we've all kind of gathered around this armoire, looking down upon it, Zachias starts hitting his chest with his hand a bit and goes, "Once a great tree, carved in its prime, shaped to carry the clothes of those unappreciating of its spacious interior, now left to die unloved." And as I finish, I look over and give a flash and a wink towards Stripey to use my 1 level of Bard to inspire you, so you get a Bardic inspiration.
Wow! And also just for my own edification, will you make a performance check for me, Matt?
Damn right I can.
I want to see what emotional impact this has on everybody.
No joke, natural 20.
Everyone bursts into tears. Everyone is sobbing. That was the most beautiful poem they've ever heard. It is, they cannot, you have changed lives today with that poem.
That was beautiful, Zachias. Thank you.
Zachias, you have a real natural talent.
I learned it from you.
And Beef Wellington says, I feel like I'm one step closer to humanity.
Wait, I have a question. I have a question for Beef Wellington.
Yes?
Beef Wellington, were you telling the truth before that you maybe thought he was hiding in there? Or did you know?
Did. I feel so bad about the mimic trick. I had no idea. In fact, but I feel bad. I feel one step closer to humanity. It was a beautiful poem. I have something for you. And he goes and he rummages through Zardia's stuff and comes back with a leather bag it's about yay big. You would say like shopping bag sized. And he says, this is a bag of necessity. The bag will sense your need and will, from time to time, summon a magical item for you. Is that something that would help, or is that something you guys would want?
That would be so helpful, Mr. Wellington.
Okay.
Thank you.
Please take the bag. It's my apologies. I had no idea. Now, this bag, the way that this bag works is when you need something, when you find yourself in need, I want you to call on the bag. And I have 15 magical items that I can choose to give you, thanks to the people at home who have donated. The one thing I would ask, and I will make it a free action, is if your character uses the bag, you will then pass it off to another character. So people will have options. And if you need it, like I said, free action, it can be exchanged at any time. So who's going to walk into the mimic's face?
Me immediately.
Yeah.
While shouting Brett, except I flick on the iPad and the da-down from Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song starts blasting, and he starts screaming Brett as he runs through.
Excellent. So as Roger enters the hallway, it is magical as hell. Its proportions are off, and the floor seems to sway as you walk. It's real weird. This is like primo weird stuff, you guys.
Well, Stripey was already walking when Roger ran in. Stripey was just kind of, he just was sauntering.
I just see Roger moving past Stripey and as Stripey's pace continues.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna follow those kids in there, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so everyone's in the hallway now, and at the opposite end of the hallway, there is another door. But every time you take a step towards the door moves one step away. So now you find, and when you look back, the door you came through moves one step further back. So now you find yourself in the middle of an ever-lengthening hallway.
Stripey, this is not stopping Stripey. Stripey is still just walking.
Can Zachias, standing there, while facing the distant door, take a step back?
You can. And you see the door behind you that you are looking at get 2 steps further away. And all of you who are still looking at the door on the opposite side, that door doesn't move as this Zachias moves 1 step closer to it, further away from all of you.
Well, this is weird.
I sit because my character doesn't know what's...
Satine, your mic is cutting out. Is that happening to anybody else?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pour myself some water.
Can you hear me now?
I don't know why I held it up so
can hear
dramatically.
quiet.
So everyone can see.
Weird. Yeah, so I just sit.
Oh.
Nice.
You just sit down. Okay. So to better explain the scenario, because I feel like I explained it clunky, Zachias moved closer to the door you all are trying to get close to as he stepped backwards.
Oh.
And you all are still in the same place you were, but now Zachias is 1 step closer to the door than you.
Oh, interesting.
So we got to do that. Walk.
Meanwhile, Zachias is like, oh, damn it, the door went further away from where we came from. This was a stupid idea.
Wait. And Ryan gets off of Magna, who is sitting, immediately tumbles off and starts rolling backwards.
Yeah, and Ryan's moving ever closer to that door.
Oh, wow.
tumbling down the hallway like a spiked roly-poly. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Make an acrobatics check for me.
That is a 14.
Yeah, so you make a couple rolls and then your spikes get stuck in the wooden floor, so you kind of pinned on your back for a second. Yeah.
Like porcupine, like on the back of the ground here.
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to run to help her.
Okay.
Ma!
How you run towards her and she
Straight
moves
toward her.
further and further away from you.
No! No! I'm freaking out. Freaking!
Watch it. Zacharias turns and also tries to run to help, and it just says further away. It's like, I'll save you.
None of this
Gotta
is
go
Stripey.
backwards.
What?
I think we gotta go backwards.
Oh. I don't know if I trust that. I'm not just gonna turn my back on you.
Roger turns.
Stripey.
Rod-
you go.
Roger turns Crazy Train on and says, "I got it," and starts doing, attempting to do back handsprings backwards toward the correct door.
I love you all so much. Okay, make a dex roll for me. You guys are making this easy for me. I thought, the stretchy hallway, they'll be done with this in seconds. Especially when Matt was like, I turned backwards, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, great, you figured it out.
No, he's got good instincts with the wisdom of 18, but his intelligence of 8 really kind of doesn't follow through on it.
12.
Well, Roger, you make it a little ways. You definitely get closer to the door, but then you're gonna land weird, and you're gonna land on your back right next to Ryan.
And then I say, "It doesn't matter. The solo's coming up anyway." Closes his eyes and lets the solo wash over him.
Unfortunately, I hear to go backwards, and I sit up and in perfect dressage just start prancing backwards, but I'm not looking back. I'm just
Going the wrong
Okay,
way.
Magna, you're gonna, okay, a little bit to the right. A little bit to the right. Okay, back straight.
all you see is big pony butt just swaying with the tail.
And then, Magna, you feel a bump as your big pony butt hits the door.
Got it. What do I do now?
You've reached the door.
Open it.
As you open the door, the hallway condenses back and you all snap through and go flying through the door.
I throw up.
Like bits of the floor fly along with Ryan.
Yeah.
Like adding
yeah, you still have some
the
planks.
Pigpen dust
Yeah.
cloud.
As you enter the room, you see two things. First, you register that this is a very large bathroom. And there is a stone giant sitting on the toilet.
Oh.
His name you somehow just know in your heart is Fernez Zanuel.
Of course.
And he is shocked to see you and says, occupado, guys. A little privacy. The second thing you see is Zardia.
Oh!
He sees you and his face twists into anger, and he reaches into his robe and withdraws 4 vials. He smashes them on the ground, and plumes of smoke begin to rise from the splatters of liquid. And he turns to a human-sized painting at his eye level, places his hands on either side of the frame, and disappears. The plumes of smoke swirl and begin to gain form, and you are face to face with 4 surprise monsters. You see a basilisk, a
my God.
triceratops, a red dragon wormling, and a hellhound. And roll for initiative.
I
How
really
big
took
is
the-
this room?
Easy mimic to the heart.
It is a giant-sized bathroom. This is the giant's bathroom.
I rolled a 12.
I have a 16.
Okay, wait. Say your character names for me.
Sure.
Oh,
Some of you sound similar.
Stripey rolled a 12.
Roger rolled.
Ryan is an
Roger rolled a 16.
Ryan is an 18.
Okay.
Susan's got a 15.
Zachias has a 9.
Magna has a 4.
Okay, so I'll plug monsters in.
Oh.
Okay, so up first is Ryan. And just remember, so the 6 of you are now face to face with these 4 monsters. They are all equidistant from you in a line, ready to charge.
Ryan says, "Whoa, whoa, 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 guys, we're in somebody's bathroom. At least we don't need to fight. And even if we did, like, we gotta show some respect here." And
yeah, that would be cool if you guys could give me like 5 minutes. I was almost done, but now it's getting a bit hard to concentrate.
Guys, like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I agree. We've been really rude.
Ryan, give me a very difficult persuasion check.
On us?
On the monsters.
Damn it. That would be a 17.
Yeah, the monsters, as if to say with their body language, but we are monsters. We know but one thing, and that is to attack.
Monsting.
Monster. Therefore we err. Okay. Ryan, what do you?
I think I actually. Okay, I still have. I can. So that was that an action? Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, talking is always a free action.
Okay, so Ryan is just like, I cannot believe this. Why would you not show some common courtesy? This man is trying to do his business. We're just trying to save the queen. And so she rages. So she has activated her rage, which is sort of a wounded sense of propriety in her case. And she makes a reckless attack with advantage. Okay, 14, 15, 16. The dirty 20.
And who are you attacking?
I guess whoever's closest.
We'll say that is the Triceratops, the charging, enraged Triceratops. And then let me just say out there, folks, Triceratops is my favorite dinosaur. This is not a real Triceratops. This is like an evil, magical, cursed Triceratops. We don't need to feel bad about this. I would never hurt a Triceratops in real life. Ever since I saw Alan Grant fall asleep against one, which may or may not be what happened in the movie. I don't think he actually fell asleep against it, but...
No, he listened to it. It was sick.
Sure, Will. I'm going to go with he fell asleep against it like it was a stuffy, okay? All right, so that makes contact with the Triceratops, Ryan.
Okay, so that's 14 points of damage, and she's attacking recklessly. So, and then she, let's see, does...
All right, one more time. How many points of damage?
14.
Okay.
And then does a 17 hit.
It does, yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. 15, 16, 17, 18. Another 21 points of damage.
All right. That's fine. You're the only one I think that... No, that's not true. Magna hits hard too. Okay, great. So up next is the Basilisk. The Basilisk, having seen you take that hard swing and its Triceratops friend, is going to turn on you, and it is going to move closer to you and attempt to bite you. Does a 15 hit against you, Ryan? Excuse me.
That would be 15. Yes, it does.
Okay, great. And it is going to do. Not great. You'll probably be fine. It does 6 points of damage to you.
Oh.
Plus, you take 8 points of poison damage.
I think I have defense against poison.
Okay, great. Then let's see.
Hildorf. Dwarven resilience. So resistance to poison.
Fellow DMs, does that mean she doesn't take it at all, or she takes half?
She takes half.
Half, great.
Okay.
You take 4 points. It's fun to have other DMs in the game, so I don't have to look shit up. Yay! Okay, great. So up next is Roger. And now, Roger, now that you are, now that the basilisk has moved to be closer to Ryan, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you are affected by its gaze.
8.
You fail. On a failed save, the creature magically begins to turn to stone and is restrained. You have to repeat that saving throw on your next turn. If you make a success, then the effect ends. On a failure, the creature is petrified until freed. So you cannot move because your feet are turned to stone, but you have not entirely turned to stone yet. So if you want to make an attack, I will still allow it.
I have a short bow, so it's fine. Let's do
Sick.
it. Let's do it. I also would like it to be known that while I am not attacking the Hellhound, I feel a kindred spirit with the Hellhound.
Okay.
All right. The short bow, I rolled a 12.
And which creature are you attacking?
No, it will be the Hellhound. Has to be.
Okay.
Don't have
you know
a,
what?
don't
I
have
don't
a
know
choice.
why I asked, because that would miss any of them. So,
Sure.
Yeah, so you know what? I could have just let that one slide, but I wanted to really paint a word picture of you whiffing it.
Yeah. And then as the arrow misses, I say to myself, every rose has its thorn.
Oh, wow.
And you know what? Even though it misses, everyone agrees that that's a very good line.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, even the monsters are like, nice. Nice. Up next is Susan.
Well, first of all, I'm real sad that it had to come to this, that we're fighting these monsters. But I saw the Triceratops, and I thought, what better way to combat dinosaurs? I'm going to cast Melf's Minute Meteors.
I'm sorry, what was it?
I'm going to cast Melf's Minute.
Melfs. Okay. Thought for a second you said Milfs. And I was like, whoa, what is happening?
It's a very special spell.
Okay, Melf's Minute Meteors.
Melf's Minute Meteors.
Tell me about this spell.
You create 6 tiny meteors in your space. They float in the air and orbit for the spell's duration. When you cast the spell, and as a bonus action on each of your turns thereafter, you can expend 1 or 2 of the meteors, sending them streaking toward a point or points you choose within 120 feet. When it gets there, when it impacts a solid surface, it explodes. Each creature within 5 feet must make a dex saving throw. A creature takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay, so you're casting this and then blasting the Triceratops?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you using 1 or 2 tiny meteors?
I'm going to send 2 tiny minute meteors.
Thank you. While I'm rolling against this, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw against the basilisk for me.
Oh, man.
Soccer balls.
Yeah, they look like little soccer balls.
Yeah. So I rolled a 15 and a 4. Does that beat the con check or the dex check?
Okay, so wait, what do we do?
I'm rolling against the meteors.
Oh, against the meteors. So they need to make a dex check against what?
Your spell DC.
My spell DC.
Spell save DC.
Spell save DC is 14.
Okay, great. So one of them hits.
Okay, great. So one of the meteors hits for 2d6.
Yep.
And then the other one hits for half as that.
Okay. So 3 d6s.
Yeah. So I rolled a 5 and a 1 and a 6.
Okay, great. So 12 points of damage.
Sweet.
Okay.
And then for my con check, I rolled an 11, and my mod is not that good. It's it's a 0, so it's an 11.
Well, you know what? It could actually be in the negative, so it's not as not good as it could be. But still, you did fail on that con save, so your feet also turn to stone.
Yikes!
And you feel it creeping up your ankles as your joints become stiff.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Up next is the Hellhound, who is also interested in Roger and the blasting music, and is going to charge at you. And is going to attempt to take a bite out of you. That is a 19 plus 5, 24 against AC.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
Yeah. It is going to do 7 damage plus 9 fire damage in that bite.
That's 9 plus 7.
Yeah, it's like 16. It's like 16 almost. That's like almost 18. And up next is Stripey.
Okay, so Stripey does not have any spells that will be useful here. So Stripey's going to charge at the Triceratops with his longsword.
Okay, I do need you to make that con check for me before you do that.
I can do that. 16.
That beats it. Yeah.
Awesome.
So you're able to do that charge. Now give me an attack against the trike.
Yeah. 17. Does 17 hit?
That does hit.
Okay, so I am going to now roll the damage part.
Everybody's just targeting my poor trice. No, it's not. Don't think that way, Travis. It's an evil, malicious Triceratops. Blood in its eyes.
That does 5 damage.
Okay. Not a very good longsword, huh?
It's not. It's
you know what? I'm gonna say it's not your fault. It's a Triceratops. It's got beefy skin. You know what? I shouldn't make you feel bad.
It was a bad roll.
I don't want to make you feel bad. You did it. Hey, you did a good job, Andrew. I'm sorry.
Thanks,
I'm
Travis.
sorry. Hey, if we can just step out of character for a second. I'm really sorry that I said that about your sword. It's a good sword, and you did a good job.
It's okay.
We're proud of you.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
We're very proud of you. Your father, Alex, and I are very proud. Up next is the Triceratops, and is going to swing its head towards you, Stripey, to attempt to gore you with one of its horns. That's a 16 versus AC.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah.
That will hit, certainly, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's going to hit you for 16 points of piercing damage.
All right.
Up next is Zachias.
All right, first thing, I'm going to go ahead and try and avert my gaze from the basilisk, kind of blocking my eye line to it.
Wow.
How far away is the giant on the toilet?
How far is the giant on the toilet? I'm going to say he is about 20 feet away.
20 feet away? All right, I'm going to go ahead and looking over towards him and be like, terribly sorry for the sphinctus interruptus.
I get it.
We'd like to leave as soon as possible, but we could use a hand if you don't mind, with your mighty strength. I'm going to go ahead and cast Charm Person on the giant if I can.
Okay, excellent.
Technically a monster.
We love diplomacy.
Yeah, do I need to do a spell save?
Well, if you think it'll go ahead and connect or be viable, then it would be a wisdom saving
Yeah,
throw.
you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say, and you have advantage because Ryan was on his side, and like he's feeling that you guys are the side that he wants to win. So that succeeds, and he is going to reach down, and I think he is going to pick up the Hellhound and kind of chuck it. So it's I'm going to do. Yeah, so it fails its acrobatics throw and is unable to land on its feet. So it definitely is going to take some damage. Let's see.
No.
Yeah, you know what? It hits pretty dang hard, and the Hellhound is out of the fight.
Wow.
Good job. Keep it up, buddy.
No problem.
Thank
That's
you.
about as far as I can reach. If you can move him back, I'll help more.
Push him to the toilet. Push him to the toilet.
That famous speech. It's right up there, Push him to the toilet, saved the day. All right.
That's my turn.
Up next is the Red Dragon Wormling.
Oh yeah.
And man, I was nice too, because guys, there are way bigger dragons out there. And
Thank you, Travis.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Travis.
The dragon is going to blast a 15-foot cone of fire in y'all's direction. Everybody make a dex saving throw for me. Not great. Let's try a
Roger
9.
Roger rolled
Not
an
great.
18,
16.
okay.
14.
which
So
is
sorry, Will, what was yours?
8.
Okay, so Will, Matt, and Stripey and Andrew are going to take. Whew, boy, you guys. Let's see, 76. 1, 3,
Oh no.
8, 12, 16, 19, 21 points of damage.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Christ.
Everyone else is going to take 10.
Okay.
oh.
We're fine.
Up next is Meng.
Friendship! And I go running in, and what I want to do, I see how my fire starter friend is like averting his eyes, so I do the same, but I go running in between two of the monsters. I do want to attack the basilisk, but I don't want to look at its gaze.
So I will say that you were farthest enough down the line that you do avoid the gaze rolls, but as you move past the monsters, they're going to get an opportunity attack on you.
But yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm beefy. I'm a beefy.
So which one are you actually moving to attack?
I want to get in between the basilisk and whatever's next to the basilisk.
It's the basilisk and the triceratops.
Yeah.
Okay. So the basilisk. 16 versus AC.
Oh no, that's totally gonna hit. I'm probably gonna get hit a lot. It's fine.
Let's see. 6. And that is 9 piercing damage
Yeah.
plus 9 poison damage.
It's fine.
Okay, great. And then the triceratops. That is 22 versus AC.
Yeah, no, it's gonna hit.
Okay. And that is 1, 8, 10, 17 points of piercing damage.
That's fine. I can
Okay, great.
handle it. I'm a beefy.
Now, okay, what is your class? Everyone wants to know.
Oh, I am a ranger.
Okay. You are
I'm a sword wielding ranger.
you are betwixt the trike and the bass.
Yes, and I'm going
you
for the
two?
basilisk first. I
Okay.
take out my swords, and I'm just like I'm a ninja blender at this point. So I get 3 attacks on the basilisk, and then I'm gonna use my horde breaker on the triceratops.
Okay, go ahead.
You hear that? Delicious.
Oh yeah.
That's great. It's good ASMR too.
Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be a 14 to hit the basilisk.
That misses.
Okay. And a 16 to hit the basilisk.
That hits.
Okay, that is going to be a 7 damage.
Okay.
And then the third one is going to be 19 to the basilisk.
That hits as well.
And that's 6 points of damage. And then I'm going to do my on the triceratops for another, that's 19 to hit.
That hits.
And that's 8 points of damage.
Okay. That was great. Hey, a lot of good connection there. Yeah. So now we're back at the top with Ryan.
Ryan has stars and she's like, Magna, you're so cool.
Ryan, before you do anything else, make that con check for me, please.
Ooh, okay, dirty 20.
Okay, yep, you save against it. So your feet remain mobile.
Okay, does a 19 hit?
It absolutely does.
Okay.
It hits no matter what you're attacking. The answer is yes.
Yes.
Are you aiming for the basilisk, the triceratops, or the red wormling?
Which one looks like it's the most?
The trike is really beat up at this point.
All right, definitely the triceratops.
Right.
Phil a spiky boy. So that is I'm still raging. So 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then plus 3 for second attack. 18. 25 hits, I assume.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Another 8 points of damage.
And the triceratops goes down and fades into black ichor, or itcher, depending on, I guess, where you're from. Regionalities, I suppose. In the Underdark, they say itcher. So the trike is down, and now we are back to the basilisk, who is going to take another bite at you, Ryan, because you just hurt it killed its friend, really.
As it's snapping at Ryan, kind of looking through his fingers in the direction of his friends, he's gonna go like, "Oh, Incinerus, protector!" and he's gonna go ahead and use his warding flare as a reaction to give disadvantage on the attack roll.
Excellent. Oh, and that was a good one because with disadvantage, it's a 3 + 5, an 8 against Ryan.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Yeah. So chomps, but you're able to swing. And in fact, as this is a well-established fact, I'm going to say it grazes against your spiked armor and does take 3 points of damage.
Ryan flails and it just goes sink.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flare accidentally kind of flashed in both of your faces a little bit and send you off.
It's not a clean dodge, it's fine. It's a bit of a chunky dodge, we've all been there. Up next is Roger. Now, Roger, before you begin your turn, you feel in your hand the bag of necessity grow just a little heavier.
Ooh.
You were thinking exactly what I was thinking. Do I need to do...
It senses your need.
What? If only, So I would like to reach in. And go on.
You reach into the bag of necessity and you find a small package, small enough you can close your fist around it. And when you withdraw, you find that you have in your hand a pack of chewing gum of revitalization. Mm-hmm. This gum is overpoweringly minty, almost painfully so. It does 1d8 healing per stick, as well as cleansing you of any ill effects, and there are 5 sticks in the pack.
Whoa!
And you know what? You have some donors to thank for that, so thank you to everybody who donated from that.
Thank you, donors.
Thank you,
Speaking
donors.
of,
Thanks,
we're
guys.
almost $6,000 raised for I Need Diverse Games.
Wow.
Wow. Everyone, you are incredible, and we appreciate you.
Wow. Well, thank you all. And all of that to say, can I pass those out to my friends? Yes, of course, right?
Yes, of course you can.
Yes, of course. Well, first things first, I need at least one.
Yes.
So I will...
So you chew the gum.
Mm-hmm.
It's so minty, you guys. Oh my God. It's like your eyes water a little bit, and it's like it kind of burns a little bit, and like it makes your lips kind of tingle. It's so minty, and it's like you're gonna be tasting it for a while now. But then, like 5 seconds later, it's completely gone. Like now it's completely flat and flavorless, and in that 5 seconds, It has healed you for 1d8 damage.
So who got it?
What?
Who got it? Roger.
So Roger has those, but he is able to pass those out to others.
Yes.
Frisbee, go long.
I would say as a bonus action, you can hand those, because I think the only person who got struck by it was Susan, and so Susan is like right next to you.
Yeah.
Both of your feet frozen to the floor. I think you're cool to just kind of hand it over.
Great.
I also got super cooked by that draft.
Yeah. No. That is your. I'm going to say bonus action reaching in. What is your action? I know. Listen, folks at home, I'm handing out bonus actions like they are chewing gum, but that's my prerogative because I'm the DM and I just want us all to have fun. And we're on a time limit here, folks. You know.
Sure.
It's gotta be true.
So
We spent a long time in that hallway.
yes.
It's a long time in that stretchy hallway.
So for what it's worth, does the chewing of the gum that's also a bonus action? Question mark.
Yeah, it's all bonus
Great.
action.
So that's been
It's bonus all the way down. You know what I mean?
that's
action economy is
Space
getting...
outside time.
Yeah.
that's been
the hallway.
chewed. That's been chewed, and it was for 8. So I've healed 8.
Yep.
Now I will. All that's left is the basilisk, correct?
Yes. What? No, the basilisk and the red dragon wormling.
Yes, of course. Well, the basilisk is especially. I'm especially angry at that. And since it's already got my feet, although does that the gum break my feet out as well? You said it cures ailments.
Yes. It clears
Oh, baby.
The ill effect.
So now, just in case it happens again, I will avert my eyes, and while doing that, hold the bow in my pinky, and then pull back and attempt to fire a short bow arrow at the basilisk.
Sure. Make a roll for me.
17.
That hits.
Yeah.
Fabulous. And then, here we go.
Oh, that song.
9.
Yeah, so 9 points of damage. The basilisk is down. Yeah. Leaving only the red wormling. Roger, make an intimidation check for me.
1 second. Where is it? 16.
So with the 3 others down, the red wormling looks to its left, looks to its right, sees that it is all alone as you are blasting this power ballad from the speakers on your back, still with your bow drawn, and it kind of lowers its head to you, Roger, and kind of like folds its wings and kind of is a little subservient to you.
Hell yeah, brother.
And it gives you little tiny like dragon like hard rock.
Nice.
And we are out of combat. The dragon has submitted to Roger.
Yeah.
And then I stick my tongue out and do the kiss thing, and then the dragon does it back.
Yeah, indeed. At this point, you have become best friends.
Great.
You and this dragon. It kind of flutters over and is hanging out with you, kind of following you around.
Whoa.
At this point. It sees
That's
you
so
as
cute.
the dominant in this pack.
And as I pet it, I say, I deserve this.
Yeah, and everyone agrees that that's true. Everyone knows that, like, yes, this is what was always meant to happen, and definitely Travis had it in his notes and didn't just put it to move things along. Yeah. It says that right here, and no matter what else happens, no matter how long this is taking, the dragon becomes Roger's pet.
I walk up to Roger, and I look at his beautiful, perfect skin, and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I say, Roger, I dub thee Roger the Brett Hunter.
Ooh.
Nice.
And speaking of deserving, we can continue this conversation in a moment. We're going to leave you to do your business.
Thank you so much.
We're going to step back into the hallway and just give you like 5, 6. Just knock when you're done, and then we'll take it from there.
You know what? Better make it 7.
You'll make it a clean 10. I'll go ahead and cast prayer.
I
of
had
healing.
a big breakfast with a lot of cheese. And that's on me because I know what that does to my system. But I just love that stuff.
We all can commiserate with that, friend.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, if you guys want to just keep going, you will not want to come back in here when I'm done.
Oops, in good point.
Yeah.
Are people pretty hurt, by the way? Who's hurt? and
Yeah.
bad?
So how's
Super
everybody?
hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who needs gum?
Who needs
Yeah.
some gum?
Let's.
I need a stick of gum because my feet are made of stone.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I'm gonna.
I'll take 10 minutes and cast Prayer of Healing if we can allow the time.
I
Yeah.
took like 50 points of damage. That's whatever.
I'll do healing word as well on anyone who needs it.
I'm going to say
Everyone heals 11, by the way.
everyone heals 11.
Great.
And Magna, you have gotten the bag of necessity next, and you once more feel it grow heavy in your hands. As you reach in, you feel fabric, and you withdraw a very soft blanket. And this is a security blanket that makes you feel very safe and gives you +3 to AC.
Looks
All of a
great on
sudden,
you, hon.
I just retreat, and I'm like, my face just looks like 10 years younger, and I'm just like, I don't say anything.
As you're kind of looking at the blanket, I just touch your shoulder and be like, "It's a good color on you," and I cast Cure Wounds on you for 11 points.
Okay. So now you're all standing in front of this this painting that Zardia disappeared into. Do you all want to repeat what you saw him do and see what happens?
Can I sort of like check it out first? Can I like
Absolutely.
yeah, like what does it look like?
It is it's a kind of the golden frame around the photo, around the portrait is like carved with runes and sigils, and the painting itself you see what looks like a pretty simple room with another wizardly looking fellow, not Zardia, but sitting in the corner, and he's looking at a book. In the corner of the room in the portrait there's a mirror. And does anybody have detect magic? Who's got detect magic?
I do.
And you, Stripey, get a strong sense of like there is teleportation magic like weaved all through this thing.
Hey
Woven?
guys.
Weaved.
I think there's teleportation magic weaving in this. Woven? Is it? I'm gonna go with weaving through this painting here, which would explain.
Well, if you guys want to weave, you're gonna need to use the painting.
Stripey, so smart, he even bends language to his will.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that's a good idea, kiddo.
So Stripey's just gonna walk at the painting.
Yeah, Ryan also goes sprinting towards it.
You connect with it and bonk your head on the wall. Not as hard as when Magna charged at it.
Great.
But you make contact, and the bonk in your head is enough to kind of clear your memory and remember that to use the painting, Zardia put his hands on either side of the frame.
Okay. Great. So then I'm gonna put.
You put your hands on either side of the frame, and you are instantly teleported in the room. The other 5 remaining, you see now in the portrait, there is a little painted Stripey in there.
Oh.
Wowie.
So
Cool.
we all got to do that. But
So Roger goes next. Roger, whoop, 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 is in there. There's a painting. Oh,
But before I do that, I take my short sword and realizing that it had teleportation magic in it, wondering if this could eventually be used to find and resummon Bret Michaels, I shave a little bit of the painting into my pouch for safekeeping for later.
Oh wow.
And then I go for it.
okay. Then you go through. Roger's in there too. I assume everyone's following at this point.
Mhm.
You all find yourself in this room. It is just as it was portrayed in the portrait. There is a human wizard sitting in the chair. And the only other thing, there's no door, no window. The only other thing you see in the room is like a full-length standing mirror.
Guys, I got this. I'm gonna talk to the wizard.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi there, Susan, the ultimate soccer mom. Nice to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you as well. My name is Moradavi the Wizard.
I'm gonna call you Maury.
Okay, I would prefer the full name, but you know what? My friends call me Maury, so let us be friends, Susan.
Did you see somebody run through here a bit ago?
Oh, I've been so distracted by my Sudoku. I haven't been paying attention to anything. Why, I feel like I've been doing the Sudoku for perhaps 50 years. It's hard to say. I came in here hunting an evil wizard named Zarya, but I found this Sudoku book, and one thing led to another, and I've just been trying to finish this ding-dang thing.
Wait, we're hunting Zardia.
Oh, what a coinkydink.
Would you like some help with your Sudoku?
No, I'd rather finish it on my own for a sense of accomplishment.
Okay, of course. That makes sense.
If I got help, it would always bug me.
I do understand that.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go look at the mirror. And like Ryan starts to stump over towards the mirror.
Okay, fun.
Ryan, as you look in the mirror, you see exactly the room exactly as it is in the mirror. Your fellow pals around you, Mordavi, in the seat. But on the opposite wall, in the reflection in the mirror, there is a door on the wall that is not there on your side.
There's a door by, and she like tries to sort of point towards where the door would be. There's a door that tried the wall over there.
Stripey's already walking at the wall. Stripey is already immediately at the wall.
Stripey, give me a perception check.
I'd love to. That's gonna be an 11.
Yeah, you're not really paying attention to her instructions so much, and you just walk full force into that wall.
Yeah.
Not hard enough for damage, but like you bonk right off of it.
Got it.
But you walked with confidence is the thing. There was no trepidation, so you just... And you don't even bounce off it. Maybe you just hit it, and you're just like up against it now.
And I'm still
Witching
walking
it.
like a glitching video game character. Like I'm still walking.
Like walking into the wall.
Yeah, I'm just like...
Under my breath, I start to sing "Up Against Your Wall" by Under Oath, the Christian screamo band.
Okay, great. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, but that sounds great.
Hey, Mom. Hey,
Yeah?
Mom. Here, take this. And I hand Mom the magic bag.
Oh, thanks, hon.
Excellent. You feel it weighted slightly now that you are holding it.
Oh, how strange. I'm going to check inside.
You reach inside, you find a pair of earmuffs. These are solution ears. If you put them on, they will tell you the solution to the problem, and they have one charge.
Wow, look at these funny muffs. I'm going to pop these babies on.
So you hear a whisper in your ear that says, Ryan needs to describe to you where the door is while she keeps looking at the mirror. And then once you kind of find the doorknob, as she describes it, the door will open, but it won't work if someone's not looking at the mirror. Is that clear? Did you get that? Do I need to?
Okay,
great.
Ryan, describe the door to me.
Okay, it's like kind of it's square. No,
what the door looks like? Hey, it's just me again. The earmuffs. What the door looks like isn't as important as where it is.
It's like green.
Oh, no. Where it is, not what it looks like. Like where is that?
Oh, okay. So you're gonna go to your left. No, wait.
Your left or my left? Wait, but you're looking in a mirror, hon.
Look at your mirror. On your right. So,
your mirror, my right, my real right, not my mirror right.
No, wait. Yeah, to stage right. You're going stage right.
Okay, great. That's clear. Thanks, hon.
All right. Okay. Hotter, cold, hotter, warmer. You're on fire.
You reach out, Susan. You grasp the doorknob, the invisible spectral doorknob, and as it turns in your hand, the door opens on your side too, and now there is an exit through the room.
Wow, look at that. Great job, kiddo.
Also, just real quick, everyone, we're over $6,000 now. We've doubled our goal, which is incredible. And we've still got just a little way to go. We're making great time.
Thanks, kids at home.
Hey, thanks, everyone at home. The room beyond contains just a small food vendor stand. There is a pleasant-looking older woman working the stand, and her name tag says Bee. She is selling honey and honey flavored products.
Oh, yum.
It's very nice. It seems nice.
So I walk up and I say, so your name is B and you're selling honey and honey flavored products. And then I look directly into her eyes and I say, where did all this come from?
Well, it came from my beehive. You see, I'm a bit of a beekeeper, and I make the honey and I sell it to passersby. You're about halfway through this weird, twisty dungeon, and folks get hungry here and need a break. And location.
Bee
Can
seems
I
nice.
offer you any of my honey and honey-related products? I got honey bread. I got honey meat. I have honey candy. I got all kinds of things.
Stripey
Can
walks.
I have a piece of candy? Can we all have a piece of candy, Ma?
Yeah,
Well, now-
you guys can all have something.
Now, this is a business around here, so it ain't free. So you're going to have to either trade me or sell it to me. Now, let's say Susan.
Okay,
Wait,
who did I pass the
Susan,
bag to?
you've used the bag. So now, Zachias, you've got the bag of necessity, and it grows slightly heavy in your hands.
Oh, that's heavy.
You reach inside and you find a shiny stone, and you wonder, is it worth anything? And the answer is, who knows? It depends on how good you are at convincing someone it is. You make a persuasion check with advantage when trying to convince someone that this stone is very valuable.
Well, with a renewed confidence across his somewhat yellowed grin, Zachias slaps the stone on the middle of the counter in front of B and goes, "Look, miss, I have to say it's a compelling argument that you've made your business in what would be the optimal place to do so. And the fact that we've come to you this day is of great, well, honestly, great charm to us. So how about you give us each a piece of candy for this real shiny magical stone that came from nowhere?"
Ooh, it is very shiny. I will give you that. And make a persuasion check with advantage for me.
I will. Thankfully, it's with advantage. No, did not help me. But still with the bonus, it's 14.
That's enough. That's enough. It's a very shiny stone. And she takes the stone and hands you each a piece of honey candy.
So, thank you.
For anyone who decides to eat it, is delicious.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
very
definitely
good.
fine,
It's
yeah.
sweet, but not too sweet, and the honey's very good.
No,
Yeah.
you're very
I
good
hand
at
it
this
to
game.
Ryan.
Yeah.
I can't eat this as sugar.
Oh, thanks. Great.
Uh,
Ryan immediately eats one and starts choking on it.
Oh no!
Come on!
Is anybody gonna help? Thank you.
And it like flies across the room, hitting a wall.
I'm
Strike-
gonna help
strike-
Spikes.
Stripey picks up the one that's landed on the wall and on the floor and eats it.
So
Respect.
and then B says, "Okay, well, if you want to continue on, there's the door. Have fun, and hey, be sure to tell your friends. Word of mouth is the best thing you can do for a small business."
Oh, don't worry. We'll get you a fantastic Yelp score without any time.
Oh, thank you. And
Yeah, what a
you
fine
all-
establishment.
You all head on through the door. Now it is very dark as you enter this room, and the door slams shut behind you. It is pitch black, and
Cast
let's okay. And also, Ryan, you feel the bag grow heavy in your hand.
Whoa! It's my turn. It's my turn. Let's see what I got. And she
You reach inside and find a flashlight. It's a flashlight, which doesn't sound magical, but remember, we're in a fantasy world, so flashlight is pretty magical by comparison when you think about it.
Ryan says "Oh, look, a flashlight. Oh, I can read the inscription on it in the dark here because I got dark vision. It says to use this whenever things get dark. Cool.
So when you turn on the flashlight, it reveals to you around the room a swarm of giant bees. They're all asleep. They're all sleeping. They're all resting. But you see that the room is fairly long, and the door is opposite you. And to reach it, you will have to make your way through this swarm of sleeping bees. Anybody who consumed one of the candies has disadvantage on stealth checks.
Stripey is
Planet
already.
two.
Stripey sees the door. He doesn't see the bees. Stripey's going for it.
All right, Stripey, go ahead and make a stealth check for me with disadvantage.
While he's
I'd
doing
love
this,
to.
while he's doing this, Zachias is staring at the flashlight and just going, "But I'm a light cleric. That's my thing. If they don't need light, what am I?" Anyway.
That's going to
I'm
be
gonna comfort Zachias.
a 12
It's all
with
right. Huh?
disadvantage.
Oh, that is a fail. That
Oh,
is a
no.
fail.
Oh no.
And you see the bees start to stir, but they're not quite awake yet, but they're definitely getting there.
I put my security blanket on, like I tie it around my neck like a Superman cape, and I also like hope that it will prevent them from stinging me.
And let's say that now, Stripey, you've got the bag of necessity, and you also feel it grow. The sensation isn't exactly heavy so much as it feels full to you. You reach inside and you find inner peace, and it feels pretty good. And you gain advantage on your next 4 checks. So that's going to cancel out your disadvantage now on any stealth checks you make and just give you a regular roll on those stealth checks. Because inner peace feels great. It's pretty good. So, Stripey, when the bees began to move, you did stop for a second. Are you going to continue on?
Yes.
Okay. Make another stealth roll for me. Wait,
Okay.
Roger, are you going to do something?
Yeah, I got an idea.
Something dumb.
I got an idea. I am very sneaky and very quiet. It is one of my skills by trade. I will sneak ahead all the way to the end. And as I do so, I will use the flashlight to count exactly how many beehives there are. I can then come back, relay that information to you, which may help you, with your sneaking.
That's a really good idea. Excellent idea. And then I cast Pass Without Trace without anyone knowing that I cast it.
Okay. Now, does pass? Who are you casting on? Does it affect everyone?
It's a radius, and
Right.
so it affects all of us, and they get +10 to their stealth check.
Okay, so yeah, Stripey, make another stealth check for me.
Do I get +10 on that stealth check?
You do.
Okay.
You do.
And do I also? It's not with disadvantage anywhere. Okay.
Correct.
Great. So that's gonna be, a 24.
So, Stripey, you're not really moving stealthily so much as you're just kind of stepping around bees all over the place as you're just like, even sometimes just like completely distracted by things, looking around the room and just seemingly like just moving. And you kind of see on the other end, you got Magna just going, as he just like is stepping around bees. Just moving forward with the confidence of a straight white cis man.
Yeah. A straight
Okay.
white cis dragonborn.
Yeah, this.
That's-
Okay, so everybody, are you now making your way across?
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
If you can
everybody
do
else,
it, we can do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
make them stealth checks with disadvantage, but +10.
Oh yeah.
It's 23.
Hey, by the way, is the flashlight like? Can the flashlight show like the whole hallway?
Oh
Is it-
yeah, as it shines around, you're getting a pretty good idea.
Okay.
It's a lot of bees. A lot of giant bees.
I got a 28.
Yeah. You're moving through. Nice. The bees have chilled back down now.
Roger, I rolled a 35 and then under my breath said, I told you I was sneaky.
Yeah. And now, Roger, you're not only moving through, you're like bouncing off the bees, like you're rolling over them so smooth. You're like Zeta Jonesing all over the place, like under bee stingers, around bee wing, like you could give them wide berth if you wanted to, but you're deciding to like move around them like fog, and it's working well.
Mhm.
So, with the +10, that puts Zachias at an 11
Oh boy,
because I rolled a 1.
oh boy,
Ah.
haven't had one of those in a while. So Zachias, you make it pretty far down. Wait, Susan, you go first.
Oh. Yeah. I had a 23.
Okay, so Susan, you move through, even as you're like looking in your bag to see where that tissue was that was like buried at the bottom, and they actually got a little bit of a wound. You make it through it just fine. You're at the end. Zachias, you're bringing up the rear. You make it about halfway across, and you just sneeze so loud, and all the bees instantly like perk up. Everyone else is at the far door. You're like in the middle of the hallway as all these bees are beginning to stir and turn to you.
What'd you get, Rhiannon?
I got a 20.
Yeah.
So Ryan is like, we're at disadvantage though too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, rolled a 20, so I think that counts for the tally.
Yeah.
All right, still did really well. I guess the total's 25.
Yep. You made it through. You kind of place your fingers between all your different layers of like armor, so it's not clanking together, and kind of muffle it as you're walking. And you make it to the end as well. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip you, Ryan. So now, Zachias is all alone in the middle of the room full of bees.
As soon as he sees them waking, he kind of grabs his holy symbol and goes, Incinerus, the great flame, protect me. He's look back and smile at everyone else. I got this. And he's going to go ahead and channel divinity, Radiance of the Dawn, which hits every hostile creature within 30 feet of him. They have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
That was a 10 plus whatever.
Ooh.
What is your
15.
Let me see about them bees. Yeah, so they fail for sure.
Wow. So all the bees that are within 30 feet of me take 18 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, so all them bees, they're dead now. You killed all these giant bees, and somewhere you just hear bee go, "My business."
I'm like, yeah, it's a great business. And I just walk over to greet the rest of the folks, not even register.
So when he returns, Roger looks up at him after having seen such an impossibly metal act. And you know, like how in the movies, like when the protagonist sees someone they're falling in love with, the like camera looks like it has sort of like Vaseline over it, sort of like what RuPaul looks like in every shot of Drag Race, like that. That's kind of happening as Roger looks at Zachias and sort of like can't believe what's happening. And in his mind's eye, he starts to look like Brett for a moment, but then he shakes it away. And that's all.
I catch the glance from Roger and go, patting him on the shoulder. You know, I learned it all from him. And I point to Stripey over there.
Stripey is picking his nose, by the way.
His giant dragon snout. Okay. So there's a door at the end of the hallway. Now there's nothing stopping you from going through it. So as you exit the door, you're back in the throne room, back in the real world, escaped from this magical fortress you were trapped in. And Zardia is there, and he is very surprised. And he says, "I didn't think you'd make it past the bees." So we're going to fight now, right? This is fight. It's fight time.
And Stripey says, wait, there were bees in that room?
Oh my God! Yes, full of bees.
I mean, we don't have to fight. Like, we bested this entire dungeon.
It kind of feels like we do have to fight, though. I mean,
sure?
right? Like, I'm just talking about, like, we've gone this far, right? Like, it would be weird if we didn't fight now. I'm an evil wizard. You guys are like the adventurers. It would be weird, you know?
What's to say about good and evil?
Well, I just mean narratively. You know what I mean? Narratively, it wouldn't be that satisfying if we didn't fight now. Am I right?
Stripey's gonna try to persuade him not to fight. Stripey's gonna be like, hey, Zardia, this is the first time we've met, I think.
It's not.
And, I don't know you that well. You don't know me, but today I got to be in a painting, and I thought that was pretty cool. So, you know, I don't think we have to fight because I don't see why we do. I think we could just sit here, have a conversation, go about our business.
Okay.
While Stripey's doing this, I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration to be hype manning him from behind and be like, "That's right. Listen to him. Knows what he's talking about. Super talented." So you get a D6 to add to any D20 roll you want.
Okay, roll. Yeah, roll for it.
I'm gonna add it to this roll. I'm gonna add
for it.
bardic inspiration to this roll. Okay.
And you have advantage, don't you?
Okay, wait. So D6. Do I have advantage?
Yeah.
From the magic bag?
Oh yeah, from the magic bag.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God!
You have
Wait.
inner
Okay.
peace.
You have inner peace.
Okay. Hang on. That's going to be. Wait. Hang on. Let me think about it. A 24.
Okay. Zardia looks at you and says, "Wait a minute. Are you Stripey Boniello
Yes.
of
I
Stripey
think-
and the Sailors?
Yes, I'm from
That's
Stripey.
him. That's him.
Yeah, Stripey of the Sailors. That's my band. Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Stripey and the Sailors. I
Oh.
would never attack you.
Thank you.
I don't know them, though, so I'm still going to attack them. But I just know you and I, we're totally chill. You and I please do not take this personally. I don't want this to be
Okay.
like a thing.
Understood. Yeah, you're still. Are you in the fan club? Are you signed up for the
Yes, I
newsletter?
absolutely am.
Yeah, we can keep that. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Okay,
we
cool.
can
I'm
find-
glad that I totally respect you as a creator. So like, thank you. But listen, I have things I need you to sign after this. Give me like 10 minutes
Sure.
to kill them, and then you and I if we could do like a hang sesh, that would be
That's
dream come
Do you
true.
play? Do you play music? We can.
I do. I've got a hammered dulcimer.
I love.
And did you
Yeah.
meet Beef Wellington? He does drums.
You know, I saw that guy and I was like, I think he's a drummer. So
Yes,
he
he has
I'm really
perfect
excited about
timing because he is a robot.
it. We can do it anytime.
He is a literal drum machine.
That sounds great. So you guys
Okay.
fight. I'll hang out over here and I'll.
Cool.
Drum machines don't have souls.
I'm gonna put a hand out in front of Rand and be like, "Shh, he knows what he's talking about."
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
great.
I'm gonna cast message on Ryan and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna help. From over here."
I don't know if this is helping. I think he's still like really dead set on fighting us, and he's just not gonna attack
No,
you.
he is, but I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help from over here.
Okay.
Okay.
And he goes, but even now, even 5 against 1, this doesn't seem quite fair. And he reaches into his cloak and he pulls out 2 squirming rats and he sets them on the ground. And at first, nothing happens. And you can tell he's a little bit embarrassed. And he kind of clears his throat. And then the rats begin to change and grow. And you see before you 2 were-rats. And the 3 of them turn towards you as you roll for initiative. And who wants to have the bag of necessity now? Stripey, you went last, so not you. Who wants
Has
to
everyone
go?
had it?
Does everyone have it?
Anybody?
I'll
Roger,
take it.
I'll take it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Roger.
Goes to
Okay.
Roger.
Roger, you take it.
I'll take it.
And it grows the tiniest bit heavy, a little bit heavy. You reach inside and you find a chocolate-covered espresso bean. 1 bean. And you chomp on it, and you gain +5 to your initiative roll.
Whoa.
Well,
Yum.
that would make it 27.
Okay, pretty good.
Quick on your feet.
I'm gonna say Roger is going first.
And when I see the were-rats, under my breath, I say, "That's the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life."
Pretty cool. All right, what did everybody else roll?
I'm almost the same initiative as Roger. I got the 2 part right. So yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
Ryan has a 14.
Magna has an 11.
Susan has a 16.
Stripey is an 8.
I got a rock. Okay. Right here, and then Zardia. So up first is Roger. I don't see the were-rats beating that, and I am correct.
So we said 2 were-rats as well as our
2
villain.
2 were-rats and an evil mage.
2 were-rats and an evil mage. Well, surely the ads must be killed first. So, where I stand,
Such wisdom.
the wisdom's rather low, actually. However, once again, I pull out my short bow and knock it back to aim, ideally directly into the eyeball of the were-rat.
Okay, real quick, before we get rolling on this, I want to remind everybody, this is to benefit I Need Diverse Games. You can go donate. We are almost at $6,500. We've blown well past our goal. Also, if I've been keeping score correctly, we have had 8 critical hits and misses, which is $800 towards Black Lives Matters National. This has been incredible so far. This is final boss territory. I see us heading maybe another half hour, 45 minutes, depending on how the fight goes. So make sure, donate. What are you waiting for? Let's get there. And people are asking about Roger's Dragon. Roger's Dragon is totally there. He's taking a cute little nap in Roger's bag. It's adorable. There's a Guns N' Roses t-shirt in there. He's curled up in like a little mess. It's great. Now, to be fair, Roger made that t-shirt himself because he cannot get any Guns N' Roses official merch. So it is illegal. Okay. So Roger, you were aiming for the were-rats. Let's call one of them Speedy and one of them Jerry.
Speedy and Jerry.
So are you aiming for Speedy or aiming for Jerry?
Well, before I answer that question, would waking up my lovely little dragon count as an action, or is that a bonus action?
I would say that it would count as an animal handling action because he's pretty plumb tuckered after fighting. He let out that big blast of fire, and he's just a little guy. So it took a lot out of him, and it made him real sleepy. So you could wake him up, and then it would be his turn.
Let's see how I do first, because, I have always gone it alone. So I will now attempt to make the bow shot. That would be a 26.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
I don't know what you want from me. That hits. That's a good. Are you aiming for Speedy or
Speedy's eyeball?
Jerry? Speedy's eyeball?
Speedy's eyeball.
Oh boy. Okay.
That sounds like a drink. I want a Speedy's eyeball. And we have got ourselves an 8.
8 damage. Excellent. Okay. Up next is Susan, the ultimate soccer mom.
Oh, so just to make this a little bit easier on all of us, I'm going to cast Sleep on the whole pack of these rats and wizards and such. So let's see, what do I need to do? Roll 5d8. Jesus Christ. Okay. Terrible. Which one's that? Okay, I got it. 3 plus 4, 7, 8. And that's 13. How many of these am I doing? One more. 15. So 15 points of falling asleep, which is maybe not any of them.
No, so in order for that to work, you would have to beat their hit points, which that is nobody's hit points. They all stay awake. But you know what?
I tried.
You do see them rub.
But I got some meteors still,
eye.
so I'm going to chuck a meteor at one of them.
Okay.
I can do a meteor as a bonus action, though, right?
You still got them following you?
I got 4 meteors left.
Yeah, you know what? Go for it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Sure.
Thanks, Travis.
You know what? If you were the penultimate soccer mom, I wouldn't allow it. But
That's
titles
12.
mean something. You know what I mean? Words mean something here, folks.
Yeah, that's 12. Unless you can make a dex save.
No. Who are you hitting?
Great. The one that Roger stabbed.
Okay, great. 12. Okay, so Speedy is not looking great.
Poor Speedy.
Next is Ryan.
All right. Ryan, just like, yeah, this has been a day. This is my first time out. I really got to prove myself. And she's just like working herself up into a rage. And does a 17 hit.
Against who?
Against the wizard.
It does.
Yes. Okay. All right. 11. So 11 points of damage.
Nice.
I'm gonna do.
It's always scary when Erika goes because it's like here's 8 dice is what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
14. It's 14 hit.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's just got robes. He hasn't put on his mage armor yet.
Oh. We want to prevent that. 11.
Okay.
So
Yes.
Ryan goes flailing in, and he goes doof doof with a battle axe, and like of course the spikes go flying everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it hurt. Listen, it hurts him. Hurts him good. You know what I mean? And so he has now taken some damage, and he is very unhappy. He places a hand on his chest, and he picks up that mage armor, and then you see his hands begin just this like funky ball swirl thing that's like magical as hell. You know, it's like, oh, it's either a magic thing or he's trying to catch a bug. You know, it's like one of those things. And then you see swirls of snowflakes begin to form between his hands, and he pushes forward, and a storm of ice in a cone comes flying from his hands. And I want everybody to make a dex saving throw.
22.
Okay, so you save.
13.
You do not.
I also have
11.
22. Roger, 22.
You save.
10.
You do not.
No.
You do not.
15.
You do not. Okay, so if you saved, you're going to take half damage. And if you didn't, you are going to take full damage. Okay. 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 2d8, that's 6. Plus 3, 9. Plus 4d6 cold damage. 9, 10, 12, 14, 19.
Ooh.
So it could be worse. 19 damage. And then half as much. You're going to take 9 points of damage if you saved.
I'm hurting.
And then up next is Magna.
Okay.
Who said they were hurting? Susan did? Okay, this is perfect. Susan, you feel the bag of necessity grow heavy in your hands. And when you reach inside, you find a pack of your children's favorite themed Band-Aids with all their favorite cartoon characters on them from all their favorite books. And there are 5 bandages in there, and each one is going to give you 1d6 health back.
Beautiful. I have to wait till my turn. Yeah.
Yeah, wait for your turn. Up next is Magna.
All right. I point at the evil wizard and Hunter's Markham, and then I'm gonna go in with my swords, with my 2 attacks. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, all right. That would be a 7, 8, 9, 10, a 12 to hit.
No.
Okay.
Not now
that's
that he has
cool.
mage armor.
Yeah, that's cool. However, the other one is a 25 to hit.
That does. Yeah, that does. That's solid. A palpable hit. as they say.
And that is 8. That's 10 points of damage.
Yep. Solid. Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Solid. Okay, up next is Stripey.
Okay, where am I? Like, am I close to Ryan at all?
You went and sat on the throne. I would say that strikes me as being correct, is that you're just kind of chilling there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you feel the bag of necessity in your hand grow heavy.
Oh, okay,
And
so I'll reach in.
As you do, and you're not quite sure spatially how this filled in there, but you draw out a perfectly tuned lute. It is perfectly tuned. And it is going to double the effect of your next 3 songs.
Amazing. Of my next 3 songs?
Wow.
Yes.
Really
We'll put
quickly,
in falling out of tune.
You
'cause
just got props.
I love this.
I've been waiting for this.
I want to shout out a $1,000 donation that just came through. Thank you so much.
Whoa.
Oh my God! Thank you.
What?
That's amazing.
What?
Thank you, Blandy McBlanderson.
That's incredible. We're at almost 8,000.
incredible.
Oh
At
my
almost
gosh.
$8,000.
Oh my
That's
god.
amazing, guys.
Incredible. Incredible.
Well, now that I have my perfectly tuned lute, and I have advantage on my songs, am I close to Ryan at all?
You are close enough for whatever you're about to do.
Okay. So I'm like, when I touch you, you'll become invisible, and then I touch you and you become invisible. And I cast my spell of invisibility.
Now,
So
I
now
want to be
you-
honest. So right now, just hearing the song, Zardia is going to get a little distracted for a second. That's one of his favorites. He loves When I Touch You, You Become Invisible. That got him through a lot of tough times in high school.
Yeah, it
And
was
then-
an underappreciated B-side.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Yes, I completely agree. A lot of people want to talk about with this song, you'll gain advantage on attack rolls. But I think When I Touch You, You'll Become Invisible is way better off of that album.
Completely agree.
And then my other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, wait, hang on. Okay. Magna, you now have bull strength, and now you have bull strength because I just cast enhance ability, which will you have advantage on strength checks, and yeah. So that's my turn, I guess.
Yeah,
Can I do
and
that?
you know what? I'm gonna break the game a little bit and say that because it's doubly effective, you can roll 3 times on strength check. So any strength checks you want to make, you just go for it. You know what I mean?
Ryan,
You have double
whispers-
super.
Triple
Yeah.
advantage.
Ryan whispers to herself, "This slaps."
It's good. Listen, it's good songs. You know what I mean? Like, listen, there's a reason that Stripey and the Sailors was so popular amongst certain states, because when you listen to it, you turn invisible, which is really cool.
By
You got
by
like-
slaps, I mean that when I slap somebody, they can't see me because I'm invisible.
Indeed. And so up next is Zachias.
Oh, right. So, the location of these 2 were-rat folk and the mage, like, how is he, like, are they guarding him? Are they, like, right in front of him, protecting him?
So they were kind of flanking him. They've moved forward now to kind of engage more, so they're closer to you, with him kind of at the back, but they're all pretty tight in together.
Okay. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah. Mhm.
As the inspirational music kicks in and he thinks for a second and goes, No, there were far better songs off that album, you son of a twit. And he's gonna hold up his holy symbol and cast Fireball at 3rd level right
Well, no, I'm
in
not
the
saying it was the best. I'll go. Oh!
they dexterity saving throws, all 3 of them.
So that was a nat 20 for Speedy.
Okay.
Hey!
And that was a 2 for Jerry. And that was a 2 for Zardia.
Awesome. "26 points of fire damage to all 3 of them, half of it to Speedy."
Oh boy. Okay. Speedy is dead. He bursts into flames. You hit him for exactly as many as he had. Tom is looking real bad. Tom is not looking good. Okay, and Zardia is also definitely bloodied. So they're looking pretty rough. So now only Tom the were-rat is left. He screams in were-rat. And he screams, "No, Speedy, you just paid off your mortgage." And that's big in the were-rat community. Not a lot of people know that.
Mortgages?
And he is going to swing his short sword at you. Is it Chias?
I will use my reaction to use the warding flare to give him disadvantage on the attack.
Okay. Okay, yeah, and he did bad. That's a 5. And then he is going to swing his short sword at you again using multi-attack.
That's not a disadvantage, so it's just one.
And that is 14.
14 still misses.
And he misses. He swings his sword twice, and he's so angry and singed. Like the fire, it heated his eyeball jelly. And he could not see good. And he swung wide both times, just swinging wildly, still screaming in were-rat. "No, Speedy! You just bought a boat."
Which all we hear is...
Just bought a boat.
You just bought a boat because he'd paid off his mortgage. So now he felt comfortable taking out a big loan for a boat. But it's okay because now Tom knows that he's going to inherit that boat because that's what Speedy told him was going to happen. So he's sad, but not like fully sad because, hey, free boats. Okay, up next is Roger back at the top of the order.
So I am absolutely reeling over what I just saw because if I thought the bee thing was cool, that was like way higher. So upon seeing that like blurry vision thing where, you know, Chias is really looking, yeah, that's happening.
Beard flowing in the wind.
Roger turns to the iPod on his back, and it's still the one with the little like turny wheel. So you just hear you hear like as he's turning, he lands on Open Arms by Journey and presses it. And then as lying beside you happens, he pulls out the bow to deliver what I believe to be the death blow on that poor, disgusting rat creature.
Hey, whoa. No one said disgusting. Hey, some people love rats and were people. So, like, how about you back off? All right? That's my son. That is my son. That's my brain son, Alex. I made him with my mind, and he's gorgeous. Here's what you don't know. He has more flawless skin than you. It's more flawless, and he has more of it. Yeah.
Whoa,
walk away.
whoa.
Walk away.
Gentlemen.
Talk about my rat son. Okay. Yeah, roll.
We've got ourselves 19.
Yep, that definitely hits my son.
And it hits your son for 9.
Yeah. So Alex killed my boy. So the were-rats are down, leaving only Zardia. And up next is Susan, the ultimate soccer mom.
Woo! Susan's mad. Susan put these kids through a lot today. Susan's gonna. First, I'm gonna chuck 2 meteors at him. That's a bonus action. It's 2 meteors.
Yep.
And I think it's my last 2.
Yep.
So that's it's 46, I think so.
And I rolled a critical miss.
Whoop!
On
Gonna
that
hit you hard,
dex
Zardia.
save. Yeah. So I'm not even gonna roll for the second one because that's how bad that miss was. So it both hits.
11 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do a careful spell cast on Shatter, so I don't hurt anybody that I don't want to hurt.
Okay.
Shatter, the sudden loud ringing noise, 10-foot radius, 3d8 thunder damage.
Okay. Is it a save?
It's a con save.
Okay.
14. Sure, that wizard's got a great con score.
Thanks, Mom.
Love you, kids.
Con's not great. Oh, nope, that's an 11. That's not gonna do it.
Not gonna make it. So here it comes. 3d8. That's 3 plus makes 9 makes 14.
Okay, great. Solid hit.
Hurting
Solid
him.
hit. He's
Hurt
hurting real bad. Oh, and up next is the invisible Ryan.
Go get him, hun!
No, I'm going to say, because of your invisibility on whatever your first attack is, since it'll be a complete surprise, you're going to have an advantage on that attack.
Okay. So Ryan is gonna launch herself at the wizard and attempt to bear hug him for a grapple. Very
Okay.
spiky grapple. Okay, the first one would be a 15. Does an 18 make it? You can do. Oh wait, do I add my strength to the two? Do I add my strength? Oh, and athletics. Yeah.
Yeah, athletics.
So 2, so 18. So I guess dirty 20. Dirty
Okay,
20.
great. I'm going to do a contested roll, and there's no way I beat that. I was correct. It's a 5.
Okay.
The grapple is successful, and because of your spiky armor, he's going to go ahead and take, 3 points of damage.
Yeah, 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
So
He's grappled now by an invisible dwarf.
Great.
And
Which
sometimes
looks
that can
crazy.
be what an asthma attack feels like. You know what I mean? Like there's an invisible dwarf on your
she's
chest.
hugging his waist.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, okay. See, I pictured it like around his chest. Like she
Yeah.
just left. There's legs around the waist, arms around the chest. And
yeah,
she's like,
oh yeah, like bear hugged, like
Like he just threw his back out.
yeah. Okay. And he is up next, and he is very confused. And first, I'm gonna have him make a dex check to see if he can stay on his feet with this new weight imbalance. Yeah, that's a 17. I'm gonna say he's able to stay on his feet, but barely. And he gets a little panicked, and you see his eyes begin to glow red, and a ball of fire surrounds his hands, and he casts it out from him. And everybody is going to make a dexterity saving throw. And you are trying to beat 20. You're trying to beat a 20.
Oh,
God.
Yeah.
19.
7.
Oh, that's a 14.
23.
This is going to take me out.
Okay, Magna, you survive.
I'm
Anybody
like in the
else?
heart of it. I'm right next to him.
Oh,
so.
and Susan, don't forget your band-aids.
Oh, my Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Could I have put a Band-Aid on the last
You
turn?
definitely could have put the band-aids on.
Okay, great. Let's say that Band-Aid gave me another 4.
Let's just say this. So Magna has saved. Did anybody else beat 20 with their dex save?
No.
Roger? No? Okay. You are all going to take 5, 6, 9, 14, 17, 20, 21 points of damage. Magna,
I'm
you're
super
gonna,
duper. I'm knocked out.
you're knocked out. Stripey's knocked out. Zardia, oh no! So you were over on the throne. You're far away. You're not going to take this damage. You're outside of it. Zardia centered it, so it's not going to hit you, Stripey. Zardia would never. He's not fighting you. He cannot stress that enough.
This terrible memory suddenly pulls back into Zachai's. I just, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah. So how's everybody doing?
That took me to a hot 0. Took me to a
Okay.
-6 if we're counting, actually.
Oh no.
No, you're at a hot 0.
Two hit points left.
Okay. So up next is Magna.
Friendship, and I take out my sword. So I have 3 attacks because I'm going to use my bonus to attack the first 2. Okay, so 1 because he's grappled. Do I get advantage?
Yes.
All right, that's a 19 and a 26 to hit.
Yeah. So those both hit.
Whew. So that is a 6. That's a 20. That's a 9. It's a 19. Oh, no, it's a 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's 25 points of damage. And with my hooves. That is a 23 to hit. I would like to not necessarily do damage unless I can, but what I'm trying to do is knock him over. So I want to hoof him in the face.
Okay, great. Ryan, make a dex saving throw for me.
19.
Okay, great. Yeah. So with that, you see your friend Magna coming in, blades and hooves a swirling, and you spring off of him in what may be the most graceful maneuver you have ever pulled off in your life, but you are invisible, so no one can see it.
So she like drunken master flips off and does the
and you land perfectly, like arms spread, but no one sees it. And you come in, and Magna, blades hit him, and you see him start to go down, and you like full on like hoof kick him. And
she
as
does
you
the thing where she's like kneeling behind him, does like the with a.
And his robe goes flying as it falls empty, and you have defeated him, and he is crumbled into dust. You have defeated Zardia, the evil wizard. And you see a small shape crawl out of his fallen robe, and it is Queen Julia still in her mouse form. And she kind of looks up at you, and you guys look down at her, and you're unsure what to do for a moment. But then there's a knock on the door, and the door opens, and in walks another wizardly-looking woman. She pops her head in and says, "Hello, my name is Minerva Peachbuck. I'm just wandering wizard."
Just a second, please. I rush over to the soccer mom, who's still unconscious.
Oh, right.
Ryan runs to the bag and like jams her hand in it and like starts pulling things out.
I go ahead and holding the holy symbol and pulling out a small liquid-filled metallic pouch that one would consider to be an archaic version of a Capri Sun, and empty its contents into Susan's mouth as part of me casting healing, because I cure wounds at level 2. So you heal 12 points of hit points.
There you go. See, you're back.
Hi, kids.
And then I slide a
Didn't
stick
mean
of the
to
gum.
interrupt you saving your friend's life.
I love you, kids.
Continue.
Okay.
Thanks,
yeah.
Zach.
As I was saying,
Ryan bear hugs like launches and bear hugs.
then
no.
you
3
lose
points
3 of those hit points that you just
Ouch.
get back.
Ouch, I love you so much.
Anyways, as I was saying, my name is Minerva Peachbach. I'm a wandering wizard specializing in transformation magic. I'm looking for work. My friend, interdimensional traveler Brett Michaels, said that this kingdom has a lot of people that need magic. So does that sound like something that might be helpful? And you all begin to laugh as the scene freezes and credits roll as Chauncey Razzle Dazzle's newest #1 hit, called A Simple Kind of Man, inspired by Stripey McAcorn Boniello, begins to play. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, everybody. So real quick, before we wrap up, I want to give everybody one last chance to donate. We're at $8,245 of a $3,000 goal. That is absolutely incredible. Does any of our players who are here out of the goodness of their own heart and just here to have fun and support these incredible organizations, do you guys want to plug anything?
No, but I want to mention that we also raised another 11 grand before this, right? In donations leading up to it. I just want to put that in the we're knocking on 20, which is truly freaking incredible. And thank you to everyone who donated, plus the donations that we're making today from our crits. I just want to and it's a big ass number.
If you got the dice or the signed Dungeon Master's Guide or the signed cast or any of the stuff, it will be on its way to you soon. It was a bit of a delay because of us delaying the stream, but we will get that to you soon.
It's true. And while we're waiting, I'll just say one more thing too. We'll take a quick second to talk about what one of the things we raised for earlier, which was called the Actors Fund, which a lot of you watching may not know what it is, and it's something that I think all of us care quite a bit about. But the Actors Fund, really quickly, is an organization that pretty much just helps performers, people working in the industry in any way. It could be like ushers at your favorite Broadway show. It could be the musicians. It could be the person who sells drinks, like anybody anywhere in the industry can receive help from the Actors Fund, which is huge, especially now because, theater, especially in New York, is not going to be back for probably like a year. We know for sure not until January, which is very scary for a lot of us. So the Actors Fund is a great place to donate if you want to help people in the entertainment industry. And that's not just theater, it's television, it's film, it's pretty much anywhere. We love the Actors Fund.
If you saw Hamilton and you were like, wow, this is great, you should donate to the Actors Fund.
That's correct.
You might be a redneck.
I was wondering if I could quickly shout out I Need Diverse Games, which is the organization that we are also raising money for. It does so much to promote marginalized groups in games, which I grew up with games my whole life. It's like what I do for a living. It's what I love and find exciting. And they do so much to change the face of gaming actively. And in the past, I've gotten to meet a couple of the recipients of their scholarships that they have sent to GDC to help network. This year, GDC, E3, most of the big sort of networking gaming shows were canceled due to the pandemic. But they're still doing so much to get those people connected with gaming companies, with sort of social media promotion. They do such good work, and this is a time in which we especially need to promote the voices of people who wouldn't normally get that chance to speak out in our industry. So thank you so much for the donations to that, and I encourage you to keep donating there.
So thank you to everybody. Thank you to our players, Alex Boniello, Will Roland, Erika Ishii, Satine Phoenix, and Andrew Barth Feldman. And thank you to me. I did a great job. I thought I was really wonderful. So big thanks to me.
Dude, you were amazing.
Thank you. Thank you to Alice Flanders, who helped us organize a lot of this, who wouldn't have been able to do this without. Hey, Alex, you need to pick somebody that we can give that prize back to.
I already did. I went through all the donations we had. I clicked the button a whole bunch of times. And then I found one, somebody by the name of Danny B, DANIBEE. They said, please do this more often. Everyone is hilarious and wholesome. To be clear, I did not pick this because you complimented us, but it does help. So what do we think the best way to get in touch with Danny would be?
Tweet at me on Twitter at Travis McElroy, and I'll DM you the information to reach out to the folks at I Need Diverse Games to get that prize pack.
Congrats, Danny.
Yes, thank you so much, Danny.
This was so much fun. Thank you to everybody who played.
Awesome.
Thank you to everybody who watched. Thank you to everybody who donated. You're all incredible. Please have a great day. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.